From Hollywood, it's time now for Johnny Dollar.
Pat McCracken, Johnny, Universal Adjustment Bureau.
Oh, hi, Pat.
Johnny, you've handled a lot of difficult cases for the companies we represent. You've done a magnificent job. Saved some of them a lot of money.
Huh?
Sometimes nipped things in the bud even before they've happened.
Pat.
And there have been times when you've given up personal plans to take them on at a moment's notice and without question.
Listen, that bush you're beating around is getting pretty big.
All right, then I'll get to the point. Johnny, why don't you take yourself a holiday at company expense?
What?
Lake Mojave Resort, maybe, where I understand you love to fish.
At company expense, huh?
That's right.
Okay, Pat, I'll grab the first plane.
Good boy.
But, brother, just wait till you see the expense account I pile up for you.
Why, Johnny?
Because if I ever smelled a rat, believe me, it's now. Bob Bailey, in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Universal Adjustment Bureau, Home Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Wayward Trout Matter. Expense account item 1, $174.50 plane fare, Hartford to Los Angeles and Los Angeles to Las Vegas. Item 2, $50 deposit on a rental car. I headed south on Route 95. The Mojave Desert. Thousands of square miles of sand, sun-bleached gravel and rock, of cactus, sage, and Joshua trees. High flat mesas, towering crags. Countless trails leading off from the highway. Long abandoned roads leading up into the harsh, bleak mountains, with their promise of infinite wealth to the prospectors who scratched away in their hungry search for silver and gold. And who knows, perhaps some of these were trails of the pioneers who beat a tortuous path westward to the great Pacific. Who, with their oxen and heavy wagons, were lucky if they made 6 miles a day. Yet here I was, cruising along at an easy 60 miles an hour. And above me, a jet plane, lazily tearing off 600 miles an hour. Yeah, it made me think about the men who lived and struggled here, the men who died of hunger and thirst following the same path I was taking, never knowing that only a few miles away beyond the mountains was the mighty Colorado. Water, food, and life for those lucky enough to find it. But let's get to more practical things. Like Davis Dam and huge Lake Mojave. On the east bank at the lower end, Lake Mojave Resort, with its clean, modern cabins, boathouse, dock, and harbor. Everything for a fisherman. It was after 9 p.m. when I pulled in. My old friend Buster Faber was waiting for me.
By golly, Johnny, I'm glad to see you.
Yeah, same here, Buster. How are you? Before you start on why I'm here, how's the fishing?
You remember Ham Pratt, the general manager?
Sure do. How is he?
Went out 3 days in a row, got 3 limits, 5, 6, 7 pounders.
Oh, and I have to come here on business.
Yeah, but as soon as you clear it up, you and I are going to do some fishing.
Believe me, we'd better. But now, what's the problem?
Oh, well, here, let me take your bags. You're in number 8.
Okay.
I've put you right next to Mr. Hatch.
Hatch?
Old-time confidence man, Johnny, and just plain big-time thief.
Oh, Gordon Hatch?
That's the one.
Used to operate up in San Francisco, over in Reno?
Tried Las Vegas, too, but they ran him out.
Sure. He served a couple of short stretches for petty theft, things like that. But they could never nail him for anything big.
That's right. Sit down.
Yeah. Well, what's he doing here?
Oh, ordinarily, we'd give a man like that some excuse about being full up, something like that.
I should think so.
But Ham and I decided if we let him stay, and with somebody like you here, well, maybe we could do a kind of public service.
Keep talking, Buster.
Well, Tuesday morning, I got a call from some wealthy folks in Los Angeles. They wanted accommodations for themselves and their wives beginning tonight. They're doing now.
So?
Well, Tuesday afternoon, this Gordon Hatch came barreling in. My wife, Marilyn, not knowing who he was, put him in number 7.
What are you getting at, Buster?
Well, those folks from L.A. have been here before, Johnny, and the women always come with enough furs and jewelry
To a fishing resort?
Well, you see, every night they drive up to Vegas to gamble and take in the fancy night spots.
Ah, but what makes you think Hatch would come here just because of them?
One of them's a lawyer that got him sent up for embezzlement once, and Hatch always swore that someday he'd get even.
Oh, well, now, Buster...
I don't think he'd try any rough stuff, anything like that. He isn't the type, but... Well, that's why I called Hartford.
Well, what's the insurance angle?
There isn't any. Unless a lot of heavily insured jewelry suddenly disappears from around here. And your man in Hartford was willing to play along with that.
Yeah, I see.
Well, so do I.
Hmm?
I see we have another guest buster. How do you do? My name is Gordon Hatch.
Mr. Hatch, this is Johnny Dollar. He's come for a few days fishing, same as you.
Excellent. We must go out together, Mr. Dollar. I found a couple of wonderful spots.
Yeah, I understand you had pretty good luck, sir.
Oh, didn't Ham Pratt tell you about the big one I got over near Sculpture Rock? Nearly 10 pounds. I'm keeping him in a live box so I can take him back to Los Angeles and have him stuffed.
Live box?
Yes.
It's a big sort of box made of heavy screen, Johnny. You leave it in the water, it'll keep the fish alive for days.
That's right.
Well, aren't you afraid somebody will walk off with them?
Oh, the nice people who come to this nice place? Of course not. And as a fisherman, I'm sure you know that even the worst crook in the world wouldn't touch another man's catch.
Yeah.
Look, excuse me, I hear some cars coming down the road. Must be the folks I'm expecting.
Why, of course, Buster.
I'll see you later.
Right.
Any plans for the evening, Mr. Dollar?
Oh, not particularly. I'm a little tired.
Well, then come along into my cabin next door. I have some excellent scotch and plenty of soda.
Oh, well, I've had a pretty long day.
Now, look, we can relax and regale each other with tall tales about the big fish we've caught here and there. After all, there isn't anything else to do out here of an evening.
Oh, I kind of thought I'd wander down to the dock and see if Ham Pratt is about.
Oh, save that for tomorrow. Now, come along, Mr. Dollar. I won't take no for an answer.
Actually, I was glad for the invitation. I wanted to know more about this man, sound him out if possible, about his real reason for being here. As it turned out, we spent a very pleasant evening talking entirely about fishing. Only once, in answer to a pretty direct question, did he speak about what I wanted him to.
That is all water over the dam, Mr. Dollar. If it's possible to make amends for some of the, shall we say, questionable things I may have done in the past, well, I can only assure you that I'm sincerely trying to make such amends. Please don't embarrass me this way again.
Yeah, sorry.
Now, tomorrow we'll go fishing.
Well,
I'll not only take you to one of the hottest spots on the lake, but I'll show you the beauties I have in the live box. You'll turn green with envy. Nightcap?
Well, it's been a pretty long day, and I really should hit the sack.
So should I. So, here we go. Bottoms up, and may tomorrow bring us each a limit.
Then I will drink to.
Now, there we are. And I'll see you at the crack of dawn. Sleep well.
Right. Right? Wrong. Sure, I was tired. It had been a long day. But not long enough to make me drop off to sleep almost before I could get out of my clothes. That nightcap had had a lot more than scotch in it. Yeah, I'd fallen for one of the oldest tricks in the world. And until I woke up, anything could happen.
Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
And now for another episode in the life of Sergeant Donald Bellwether, my husband. Donald. Sergeant Donald Bellwether.
Please, Reba, can't you see I'm absorbed in the sports section?
So I see. Who's the girl in the bikini? A shot putter?
Look, what's the difference if she's an athlete or a Hollywood celebrity? Why do you insist on disturbing me while I'm reading?
Did you drop off the laundry this morning?
Yes, dear.
Did you mail my letters?
Yes, I mailed the letter.
Did you know that angry, brooding, and impatient drivers are the major cause of many accidents?
Yes, I know. What?
I said angry or impatient drivers behind the wheel cause many serious accidents. And when a driver is emotionally upset, he's more apt to make an irrational decision or take unnecessary chances.
My dear wife, you ought to know by this time that I am a well-adjusted individual. I have complete control over my emotions.
You didn't have this morning. Now, just because I burned the toast, you stormed out of the house in a fit of rage. You didn't even kiss me goodbye.
Mm-hmm. You're determined to pick a quarrel with me, is that it?
No, I just want you to drive safely. I don't want you to be under any emotional strain when you drive a car. I want you to return home safely. I love you.
Come here, woman.
Yes, darling.
You sit right here on my lap, and I'll give you that kiss you missed this morning.
And you promise you'll never again drive the car when you're angry?
I promise.
Oh, that's my Donald. That's my doll.
And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Wayward Trout Matter.
What is it?
Hey, Johnny.
Huh? Oh, it's Buster.
You all right in there, Johnny?
Oh, sure. I'm all right. Here. Holy, what time is it anyway?
Almost 9 o'clock. Oh, look at those big red eyes.
Yeah, you aren't kidding. I feel as though Where's Gordon Hatch?
Went out fishing at the crack of dawn. Said you'd promised to go with him, but he pounded on your door and finally gave up. Johnny, you look like you...
Hey, Buster, the folks you were expecting in from Los Angeles.
Yeah, they came right after I left you and Mr. Hatch last night. 6 of them. I figured you wanted to be alone with Hatch to sort of feel him out.
Yeah, I did. But is everything all right?
Yeah, so far as I know. And the point is, did you learn anything from Mr. Hatch last night?
Only that he claims to have turned over a new leaf, is now the soul of integrity.
Yeah? Well, I wonder.
You say he's out fishing, huh?
That's right.
You know where he went?
Well, one of his favorite holes, one I told him about, is in the big basin about 10 miles up the lake.
What about the folks from L.A.?
They're still asleep in their cabins. Look, Johnny, like I told you, Hatch isn't the kind of trying any rough stuff, even against Mr. Fellows, the lawyer who sent him up one time.
And he's here with that party?
He's the one that organized it, made the reservations. Now, listen, Johnny, I may be all wrong about Hatch.
In spite of his threat to get even with Fellows?
Well, I mean, maybe he's gone straight. He certainly acts like a nice enough guy.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I can do is keep an eye on him. If he makes a play, I'll nab him. If he doesn't, well, my trip out here will have been wasted.
Wasted? I thought you and I were going to do some fishing.
Oh, well, now that's different. Ooh. Hey, I better get some breakfast in me.
Yeah, sure. I'll tell Mary over at the cafe to have it ready for you.
Yeah, okay, Buster. Sunny side up and with plenty of strong, dark black coffee. My head felt like it might split open any second, and I was more sure than ever that Hatch had poured me a Mickey last night. Yet he had expected me to go out on the lake with him this morning. Must have been nearly 10 a.m. by the time I'd showered, shaved, dressed, and joined Buster at the little cafe. Already, half a dozen early morning anglers had come back to boast about their catches and the big ones that got away.
Now, don't you tell us all, Buster, but that big one, Buster, he must have been 8.5 pounds.
Yeah, I'm sure it was, Mr. Hector.
Well, the place I lost him was in the second cove this side of the dam by the big square rock.
Second cove this side of the dam, did you say?
That's right next to the big square rock.
Hey, Jim, I know a great spot for us to try this afternoon. Yeah, I heard that, too.
Now, don't you tell us all about that spot, Buster.
Cross my heart, Mr. Hector.
Good. Say, Henry, I want to tell you about a place I found this morning.
You feeling any better, Johnny?
Yeah, much. Now, listen. If Gordon Hatch is up here after the money and jewelry of Mr. Fellows and his party, or for any reason at all connected with them,
Yeah?
I think you and I had better hop into a boat and get...
Mr. Favor.
Oh, yes, Miss Fellows. Good morning.
Please come outside quickly.
Come on, Johnny.
Right.
Miss Fellows, this is Johnny Dollar, friend of mine, special investigator.
Oh, thank goodness you're here, Mr. Dollar. Buster, we'd been robbed.
What? When, Mrs. Fellows?
Sometime during the night. All our jewelry, Mrs. Harkins and Mrs. Peterson's and mine. Why, it must be hundreds of thousands of dollars worth. My diamond brooch alone is worth...
you found him, Martha.
Yes, Ralph. Oh, this is Mr. Dollar, and he's some kind of an investigator.
Good. I've heard of you, Dollar.
I've told them, Ralph, about the jewelry.
Yeah, well, whoever did it got our money, too. With all we brought along to gamble in Vegas, must be over $20,000. But how he managed to sneak into our cabins...
And without waking us, too.
Of course, we were pretty tired last night.
Well, good
Oh,
morning.
Mr. Pratt.
Oh, what seems to be the... Johnny, glad to see you.
How are you, Ham? I got some bad news for you.
Yeah, Ham, it looks like he's done it.
Oh? Gordon Hatch?
Yeah. Better make a thorough search of his cabin.
Gordon Hatch.
Oh, no.
I'm afraid so.
Great Scott.
So, Ham, look in his luggage, under the mattresses, anywhere else you can think of.
Right, Johnny.
Mr. Dollar, do you mean to say that Gordon Hatch is here at this point?
Better look in his car, too, Ham. Under the car and the upholstery.
Look here now, Mr. Dollar.
Sorry, Mr. Fellows. I'll have to talk to you later. Come on, Buster. You and I are going for a boat ride.
Act Three of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Do you know who Uncle Sam's lawyer is? If your answer is the Attorney General, you're absolutely right. But being legal advisor to the President and other governmental agencies is only part of his job. His main task is running the Department of Justice which makes sure that the laws passed by Congress are carried out, and that lawyers are available when the government must be represented in court. Let me give you an example. Suppose there is some question concerning the amount or kind of tax you should pay, or suppose you and the government don't agree as to which of you owns certain land. That's when the Department of Justice steps in to represent the government side of the case. If anyone is brought to trial for counterfeiting, smuggling, gold hoarding, or passport forging, the Department of Justice prosecutes the case. It also handles all matters dealing with legal immigration. And all of this activity is the responsibility of an important member of the President's Cabinet, the Attorney General. Just as it is the duty of the United States government to protect each and every one of you, it is the duty of the Attorney General to protect the government of the United States.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Wayward Trout Matter.
Lake Mojave was calm as a mill pond, and Buster made the spray fly as we headed almost due north up toward the big basin. But we didn't have to go that far. Buster, with the sharpest eyes I've ever known, spotted the ripples from the wake of a boat that had pulled into a deep, winding cove on the Arizona side.
Hang on, Johnny. Looks to me like Hatch's boat went in that cove.
You mean to say you can tell what boat made that wake?
Plain as a pair of footprints in the sand when the lake is calm like this.
First thing I want to do is inspect that boat of his.
You think he might have the jewelry and money on board?
He's too smart to have left them around the cabin or his car.
Look, that's his boat in there, all right. Tied up to that low, rocky ledge that sticks out.
What under the sun is he doing there, between his boat and that ledge?
Well, it looks to me like he's trying to hide something there in the water. Well, we'll soon find out.
Well, Buster, Mr. Dollar, it looks like you've caught me in the act.
Yeah, it kind of looks that way, doesn't it, Hatch? What were you so busy shoving down in the water between your boat and that ledge when we pulled out?
I figured no one would find it here, Mr. Dollar.
Yeah, I'll bet.
But I decided to move the live box into this hidden cove when I first came out this morning.
The live box?
Well, after all, it was you who warned me someone might try to steal some of these beautiful fish I've caught, and I'm keeping alive in it. But as long as you found me out, well, here, take a look at them.
Now, look at me here on his boat, Johnny.
Here, look at them. Ever see such a nice mess of bass in your life?
Yeah, they're beauties.
And that trout on the bottom. I got him way up the lake yesterday morning. Must be 10 pounds.
That's the one you plan to have stuffed?
That's the one.
Well, you better have it done pretty soon. He looks dead to me.
Yes, he was this way when I came out this morning. So, when I'm through fishing today, I'll head back to L.A. with him to a taxidermist.
Hatch, there's something I want to talk to you about.
I know, Dollar. But it's your own fault.
Huh?
I pounded on your door till I thought I'd wake the dead.
Oh, no, that isn't what
However, since you're here now, well, why not keep our fishing date now?
Mr. Hatch, will you
Darn
please...
it, though, I don't have an extra rod in my boat.
Well, come on, Johnny. I'll give you one out of my boat, rod and reel.
Oh, yeah, sure, okay.
Dollar, I'll take you to fishing spots even Buster doesn't know about.
Not a sign of the jewels and stuff on his boat, Johnny. I even went through his tackle box. Well, maybe he's hidden the stuff somewhere along the shore. If he's the one who took it.
He looks and talks as innocent as a baby. So the only thing I can do is keep an eye on him and try to feel him out.
Come on, boys. Time's a wasting.
Oh, here, Johnny, you try this rod on for size.
Well, that looks good to me.
And here, take along a couple of these fast strike minnow hooks. If anything, they'll get you big bass. They sure will.
Yeah, or maybe a trout like the one that Mr...
What's the matter, Johnny?
Come on, Buster.
What? What's the matter?
Well, it's about time. What were you two gabbing about over there?
Say, Hatch, I want another look in the live box at that big trout.
I don't blame you a bit. Step into the boat and I'll raise the top so you can really see it.
No, I think I'll pull the whole contraption up here on the ledge.
That'll take the fish out of the water.
Well, you said that trout was dead early this morning.
Well, that's right.
Then why is he on the bottom of this thing? Why isn't he floating belly up? Here now.
I don't know, but I don't see... Now, wait, what are you doing? Oh, those beautiful fish in there will die like the trout.
Oh, I just want a real close look at that trout.
Oh, just a minute.
These live ones will hold still long enough for me to...
Dollar, put them back in the water.
Here we are. Ooh, 10 pounds?
Look here now.
Why, this fish weighs 20 pounds if he weighs an ounce.
$1?
And no wonder the way you've got him stuffed full of... Oh, how about this? A beautiful diamond brooch. No wonder you decided to get back to L.A. And not to stuff this trout, but to unstuff him. And how about this bracelet? Emeralds, aren't they? And look at these nice new $100 bills. A bit wet, perhaps?
You're holding more than money and jewels in your hand, Dollar.
Oh, now, put that thing away.
I'm talking about your life. And I won't hesitate to pull this trigger unless you toss that money and those jewels into this boat.
While I toss this over at you, Mr. Hatch.
Put it down, Buster, or I'll shoot you, too. Toss me the jewels, Dollar. Toss them. And Buster, stay where you are.
How about the whole trout, Mr. Hatch? All right, drop that.
Boy, Johnny. Johnny, you really clobbered him.
Yeah, but... Oh, Buster, if you hadn't thrown that oar...
And if you hadn't hit him in the face with that wet fish, Johnny, he would have plugged you.
Yeah, Buster. I always did like trout. Expense account total, including boat and bait for 5 days of really great fishing, cabin rental and meals, and trip back to Hartford, $815 even. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote today's story. Heard in our cast were Eleanor Audley, Larry Dobkin, Barney Phillips, Edgar Barrier, Junius Matthews, Russell Thorson, and Alan Reed. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cubberly speaking.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, has been a presentation of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
Johnny Dollar.
Earl Poorman, Johnny, down here in Sarasota.
Earl, you're a dog.
What?
A couple of weeks ago, when you dragged me down there to Florida, I thought you were going to take me out in the Gulf with some of those kingfish.
Well, now, Johnny,
Instead, we ended up fishing a body out of the bayou.
What, you don't think I planned that?
No, I was only kidding. But if you're calling me about going down there for some fishing this time, well, are you?
Well, maybe we can get out in the Gulf while you're down here.
While I'm down there for what?
To find out what's happened to a policyholder of ours.
Uh-oh. Another one of those mysterious disappearance things?
No. I want you to find out, if you can, whether it was suicide or murder.
Oh. I'll grab the first plane I can.
CBS Radio brings you Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Winston tastes good like a cigarette should. Winston tastes good like a cigarette should. Winston gives you real flavorful, rich tobacco flavor. Winston's easy drawing too. The flavor comes right through to you. Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
A modern filter? Sure, Winston has it. But that's only the beginning of a Winston. Up front, up where it really counts, Winston packs exclusive filter blend. Light, flavorful tobaccos, specially selected and specially processed for filter smoking. Filter blend. That's why it's fun to smoke Winston, America's best-selling filter cigarette.
Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Sarasota, Florida office of Tri-State Life and Casualty Insurance Company. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the fancy bridge work matter. Expense account item 1, $79 even, plane fare and incidentals, Hartford to the International Airport at Tampa. Then a ferry plane to Sarasota, where I was met by Earl Poorman, as usual, in a brand new air-conditioned car.
You know something, Johnny? If I'd had any sense, I'd have met you in Tampa.
Oh? Why do you say that, Earl?
Well, because this murder, if it really was a murder, occurred on the Sunshine Skyway Bridge, about 28 or 29 miles north of town.
Yeah, I wondered why we were heading north on the Tamiami Trail. But you say if it was murder.
Well, if it was suicide, Johnny, if you can prove it, well, it'll take the company off the hook for some $40,000.
Uh-huh. Who was the victim, the insured?
A worthless tin horn gambler by the name of Alfie Garber.
Tin horn, huh?
What?
Well, he must have had something to pay the premium on $40,000 worth of insurance.
He paid exactly one of those premiums, Johnny.
Well, what happened?
You remember the dog racing track south of town?
Yeah, my pocketbook still carries a couple of scars from it.
Well, Alfie's been losing his shirt out there night after night. He's not only borrowed everything he can get his hands on, moved into a third-rate motel, but well, he sold most of his wife's jewelry.
Uh-huh.
They've been practically living on handouts. Police think maybe he's responsible for a couple of robberies around town, but they haven't been able to prove anything.
Really?
In other words, Alfie's been in pretty bad shape, mentally as well as financially. His wife told a doctor she was afraid he might commit suicide. So you got the picture?
Yeah, I got it. Go on, Earl.
Well, last night, he and another punk by the name of Luke Thrasher got into a big fight there at the track. Luke is a pretty bad actor, by the way.
And how do you mean that, Earl?
Oh, there have been a couple of unexplained murders of people who tried to cross him up back in the past.
By unexplained, you mean they couldn't pin them on him?
Exactly. Oh, here now, we're on the Sunshine Skyway Bridge.
Yeah, well, what'd they fight about?
Seems Alfie had welched on a bet, a big one. And Luke told him if he didn't get out of town, he'd kill him.
So?
3 or 4 o'clock this morning, Alfie's wife was at police headquarters asking him to please find her missing husband. He hadn't come home from the track. No message from him, nothing.
Is she the beneficiary of this policy?
Yeah, she is. And Johnny, she's just about as worthless a character as her husband. Todd Swam down at the Chamber of Commerce has been trying to figure some legitimate way to get them both out of Sarasota.
Well, is there any reason to think Alfie didn't take the hint and just leave town?
He was pretty scared of Luke Thrasher, made no bones about it. And you ask me, he had reason to be. So when she reported him missing, the police hauled Luke off to the clink.
Figured he'd carried out his threat, huh?
Until this morning, just before I called you.
Oh, what happened?
Now here we are, coming to the center span of this bridge.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. Well, look, what made the police change their
highest span of any bridge in the state, Johnny.
So I've heard. But look, you didn't answer my question.
Bridge is 15 miles long and over 100 feet high up there.
Yeah, I see that.
Several suicides off this thing,
Well,
Johnny.
what has that got to do with Alfie Garber?
You see the police car parked just ahead?
Wow.
Reason they're looking things over is because that car in front of theirs is Alfie Garber's, right where he left it.
And they figure he took the jump.
A fishing boat down below found his hat and his jacket floating around in the bay.
Oh, well, that doesn't prove suicide, Earl.
Doesn't prove murder, either.
Keep moving there, mister. Keep moving.
Hi, Lieutenant.
What? Oh, you, Mr. Foreman. I kind of thought you'd be out here for a look at things.
Lieutenant Dodge, this is Johnny Dollar. He's a special investigator.
Sure, Mr. Dahl. I'm glad to see you again.
Yeah, hiya, Lieutenant.
Well, looks like now we got something to work on around here. You will work with us, won't you?
Why not?
Well, wait a minute. What did you mean, Lieutenant?
Mr. Foreman, we haven't found the body yet, but the evidence, mostly a torn piece of shirt and some blood we found here on one of the girders.
Blood?
Yeah, and a lot of scuff marks and things. Oh, there's no question there was a struggle before Garber was tossed off into the bay. A big one.
Murder, huh?
No question about it, Mr. Dollar.
Well, then, Earl, it looks like your company's going to have to pay off the beneficiary. And my expense account, of course.
Oh, now, why bring that up?
What? As long as I'm here. You mind if I look at that evidence you mentioned, Lieutenant?
Help yourself, Dollar.
So I did. The marks of a struggle, the patches of blood on the girder, even the hat and the coat that had been recovered from the body. And I was inclined to agree with Lieutenant Dodge. That is until...
Huh? What is it?
Wait a minute. Let me see this jacket again.
Well, it's just an ordinary old tweed jacket, Dollar, and it's his all right. I checked it out with his wife.
Yeah? Is she all broken up about him?
Oh, not particularly. Luke Thrasher died, she might have been.
I see. No bullet holes or tears in this thing.
Well, so he must have taken it off before the struggle.
But, what about this?
What? Oh, why, that's just a feather from one of those seagulls that are flying around here all the time.
Is it?
Well, isn't it?
Or is it a clue that Alfie Garber wasn't murdered after all?
Huh?
Yeah. Give a thought to that, Lieutenant.
Now, just a minute, Dollar. How can this little feather prove that Alfie Garber wasn't murdered?
Why, I didn't say a thing about proof, Lieutenant.
Okay, you said clue.
From a seagull, huh?
What else? Well, what's the difference?
Yes, what are you getting at, Johnny?
Hey, Earl, does old Doc Crutcher still live up the street from you?
Still does. Why?
Now, wait a minute, Dollar.
Yes, Lieutenant.
You're going to work with me on this, huh?
Absolutely.
Then you mind telling me why this feather's got you all excited?
Well, I'm not exactly sure yet. You mind if I scrape a little of the blood off this girder?
I sure do. That blood will be wanted for identification, for comparison.
You mean if you find Garber's body?
We'll find it, all right. We have to drag the whole bay.
Good luck.
Now, Dollar...
Hey, swing us around, Earl, and head us back to Sarasota. Come on, swing us around.
A, U-turn in the middle of this bridge?
Mr. Pullman's right, Dollar.
Go right ahead, Earl. I'm sure the lieutenant will be glad to hold back the traffic for us.
Whatever you say, John.
Okay, make a U-turn. I'll hold things up for you. But, Dollar...
Attaboy.
But if I didn't like you, I didn't think you could help me with this.
Holy... I thought he was going to hold up traffic for us.
Yeah. Well, if he isn't any better at solving murders, he is going to need help on this case.
Huh? Well, I thought you didn't think it was murder.
Of course, it's only a hunch, Earl.
Because of that silly little feather you found?
But if that came from a seagull, I'll eat my shirt.
Look, will you please tell me what you're up to?
After Dr. Crutcher looks over this sample of blood the lieutenant so kindly provided. Drive on, Earl. Dr. Les Crutcher, there on St. Armand's Key, is one of the most able men with a microscope I've ever known. He poured us a couple of drinks, took the blood sample, and retired to the tiny laboratory there at the back of his house. Then, after about 15 minutes...
Now, Johnny, listen to me.
Relax, Earl, relax, and enjoy your drink. We may have to do some traveling around when the doc gets through with that specimen.
Well, like where?
If my hunch is right, that is. Well, Doc, what'd you find out?
Johnny, putting that under a lens took me back to the old days before I got my MD, when I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life as a veterinarian.
Chicken blood, huh?
What?
That's right. Though whatever made you think it was...
Well, then that feather was a chicken feather?
I kind of thought maybe it was, Earl. Now I'm sure.
Well, then Alfie Garber wasn't murdered at all. Those marks of a struggle, the blood up there on that bridge, his hat and his coat, they were just planted there. Alfie planted them there.
Which means the police can forget their earlier suicide theory, too, doesn't it?
Right. Alfie staged the whole thing to make it look like murder so his wife could collect his insurance.
Kind of looks that way, doesn't it?
So all his wife has to do is collect the insurance, then meet him somewhere, and they'll be $40,000 richer. At least that's what she thinks. Only she's wrong. They're both wrong. Right, Johnny?
One sure way to prove it out, Earl.
Yes? How?
Sure. Find Alfie Garber. Sure. Easy, Lieutenant. Just find Alfie Garber.
So we're right back where we started from.
Yep.
Only trouble is that by now he could be 1,000 miles away. Well, at least it takes that insurance company of yours off the hook.
Yeah, I guess so.
Kind of lets Luke Thrasher off the hook, too. Means his alibi really was airtight.
His alibi?
Yeah, Luke had witnesses to prove he was here in town at the time Alfie's car was left up on that bridge.
Oh, I see.
So I'd better arrange for Luke's release, I guess. Only hope he doesn't make trouble over being locked up.
Well, now, those kinds seldom do, Lieutenant. They're usually smart enough to try to keep peace with you boys.
He is a smart one, all right. Maybe if I butter him up a bit.
Hey, look. I borrowed one of Earl Pullman's cars. When you let Luke Thrasher out, tell him there's a car and chauffeur waiting to take him anywhere he wants to go.
Okay, Johnny. Thanks.
As I drove Luke to his little motel out south of town near the track, I hoped he might come up with some kind of a lead on Alfie Garber. After all, he followed the same route year after year, made the same contacts. But I didn't get much help from him. Quite the contrary.
Dollar, if I knew where to look for that punk, I might go after him myself.
Oh? Why, Luke?
I could kill that cheap little Welcher. Only, what's your interest in him?
His attempt to defraud an insurance company?
Oh? Slow down.
Sure.
What are you, anyway?
I'm a special investigator for the insurance company.
Stop the car, Dollar.
What?
I said stop the car.
What's the matter, Luke?
Private investigator, huh?
That's right.
That means you're a cop, and me, I don't like cops, public, private, any kind. So keep away from me, Dollar, if you want to stay healthy.
Oh?
Yeah. Listen, Dollar.
I'm listening.
You ever hear that maybe I killed a couple of guys one time and got away with it?
I heard. What about it, Luke?
Just remember that, Dollar. Just remember that.
Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Meet star Stuart Irwin.
Nothing's worse for an actor than a nasty cold. To feel better quickly, I take wonderful 4-way cold tablets, the fast way to relieve cold distress.
Right. Tests of all the leading cold tablets proved 4-way fastest acting. 4-way starts in minutes to relieve muscular pains, headache, reduce fever, calm upset stomach, also overcomes irregularity.
Take my advice. For your next cold, take 4-way cold tablets, the fast way to relieve those cold miseries.
4-way, only 29 cents.
Now, here's a word about another fine product of Grove Laboratories. To get rid of embarrassing dandruff in 3 minutes, change to Fitch Dandruff Remover Shampoo. 3 minutes with Fitch regularly is guaranteed to keep unsightly dandruff away forever. Apply Fitch before wetting hair, rub in 1 minute. Add water, lather 1 minute. Then rinse 1 minute. Every trace of dandruff goes down the drain.
3 minutes with Fitch and embarrassing dandruff's gone. At the same time, Fitch can brighten hair up to 35%. Get Fitch Dandruff Remover Shampoo today. And now, Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the fancy bridgework matter.
Hunches. Sometimes my salvation, sometimes the bane of my existence. It was a hunch that led to the discovery that all the evidence Alfie Garber had been murdered and thrown off the bridge, that all that evidence was trumped up, phony, obviously to mislead anyone looking for Alfie. And now I had a couple of hunches about Luke Thrasher. One, that his warning to stay out of his way was due to more than a simple hatred of cops. Two, well, this was a real wild one. But in spite of what he'd said, I had the distinct feeling he could somehow put me on Alfie Garber's trail. It was late by the time I got to Earl Portman's house on St. Armand's Key. He and his wife had gone to bed. I poured myself a nightcap and sat down on the floor of the room to think things out. Huh? Hello?
Earl, is Johnny Dollar there with you?
Who's that?
Oh, Johnny?
Yeah.
Well, this is Doc Crutcher. Listen, there was something about that blood specimen you brought me, that chicken blood.
Yeah?
I wasn't sure at the time, so I put it back under the microscope. And I found traces in it of a trypanosomus virus. Very seldom found here in the South.
So what about it, Doc?
So I checked with some of the local vets to see if any of them knew whose poultry flock might have it around here. I thought such information might be of help to you.
You were so right.
And, Johnny, that chicken could only have come from the farm of Andrew Palucci out on Bee Ridge Road.
Good for you, Doc. Mr. Palucci is about to have a late visitor.
Yeah. What do you want? Don't you know what time it is?
Yeah, and I'm sorry to get you out of bed.
Oh, sure.
Look, my name is Johnny Dollar. I want to know if a man named Alfie Garber bought a chicken from you yesterday.
Huh? You waking me up in the middle of the night and
tell me, did he?
No, he didn't. No, it was his wife. She bought the chicken.
Oh, his wife?
That's right. Her and that man,
What man?
That'll Luke.
Luke?
That's all right, Luke. So what's your business you come around this way?
Just don't worry about that.
Don't worry, huh? You get me out of bed, you wake my chicken.
Hey, look, I said I'm sorry.
Oh, sure, wiser guy.
Now, wait a minute. What do you
I'll
get so...
report you to the cops, you come around this way.
Well, why don't you do just that? Good night, Mr. Palucci.
You think I wouldn't, you wiser guy?
Yeah, I'm coming. Yeah, what do you want this time of night?
You, Mrs. Garber?
Huh?
You mind if I come in?
Now, just a minute, mister.
I want you as an accessory to the murder of your husband.
Me? What are you talking about?
Real smart, you and Luke Thrasher. Real palsy-walsy with him, weren't you? How long had you and Luke been planning this?
What do you mean, mister? You crazy? Who are you?
Racetrack bums, all three of you.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
Alfie was losing his shirt, but Luke was doing all right. He was loaded. So what to do about Alfie, who was giving you nothing but grief? Get rid of him.
You're crazy. I asked you, who are you?
You made it known that Alfie was in bad shape, that he talked about committing suicide. And that's probably what gave you the idea for the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. There have been several suicides from it.
That's what the cops said, isn't it? Alfie took the jump.
Wrong. Because making it look like suicide would keep you from collecting his insurance.
Now, listen,
so it had to be a clear case of murder. That's why you spilled the chicken blood around when you left his car up there. You, Mrs. Garber, yeah, you. After making sure that Luke Thrasher had an alibi, could prove he was in town at the time you left the car on the bridge.
You're making a crazy guess, that's all.
Oh, pretty good guess, isn't it? Because what it means is that Alfie was killed sometime before you left that so-called evidence up there. Evidence that would make it impossible to pin the murder on Luke.
You think you can prove that?
Why not? Or would you rather have me prove that you killed your husband?
Me?
Well...
No, listen.
They've told me Luke is mighty clever, maybe even clever enough to have made you commit the murder.
No, I didn't. I swear it.
You can't say you didn't have plenty of opportunity.
Mister, listen to me.
Yeah? Well, go on. Tell me. How did you kill him? Where did you put his body?
No, I didn't do it.
Then if you don't want to burn for it, you got to prove that. Can you? Well...
Yeah.
Because Luke killed him. Luke did it.
Can you prove that? Now, where's the body? I'm sure it wasn't dumped off the bridge, because if they'd find the body, they might be able to find the bullet holes or some other mark that would lead them to Luke Thrasher. So where'd he hide the body? Come on, baby, you better talk. What?
Alfie, garbage buddy, it's right where yours is going to be, Dollar.
Huh?
Take his gun away from him, Lena.
Oh, yeah, sure, Luke. I got it.
You know so much it's got to be curtains for you, Dollar. Yeah, in tight in the middle of your back so it don't make any noise.
Go on, Luke, kill him.
Yeah, right. Hey, Luke, drop the gun. You better drop it, Luke, or so help me, I'll pull this trigger. You two, sisters, go ahead. All right, you want to pick him up, Johnny?
Indeed I do, Lieutenant. Okay, now you two up against the wall. Hands up high and against the wall.
That's the stuff, Johnny.
And just what brought you around here?
A complaint by one of our citizens. Seems that one Andy Palucci owns a poultry farm. Well, he was a little bit annoyed by the way you got him out of bed a while ago, just to find out that these two bought a chicken from him yesterday. So he called us up to report you. Just like you suggested to him.
Bless Andy Palucci.
Now, if you'll just help me climb in this window, I'll take care of these two for you.
Luke Thrasher, in spite of all the pressure they put on him, still refused to talk. So it was Lena Garber who finally broke down and told the police where they could dig up Alfie's body. And yeah, the bullets in him came from the gun that Luke had held on me. So it's up to the courts. Expense account total, including the trip back to Hartford? Well, call it $200. And you know something? I finally managed to get in some of that real great fishing in the Gulf with Earl Portman. Really great. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment.
Constipation is something people don't talk about much, but it can be a problem for anyone, even doctors. And when constipation occurs, it's interesting to see just what doctors consider important about a laxative they might use or recommend. Well, a majority of the doctors we heard from had this to say.
A laxative should be effective, gentle, as close to natural acting as possible, and a medicine that can be used with complete confidence.
Now, X-Lax has been popular with many doctors and millions of people over the years because pleasant-tasting chocolated X-Lax is effective. Overnight, it helps you toward your normal regularity. X-Lax is gentle. Next morning, it gives you the closest thing to natural action. And that's why many doctors and millions of people use X-Lax with complete confidence. X-Lax, the laxative that helps you toward your normal regularity gently, overnight. Is X-Lax in your medicine cabinet?
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, The Wrong Man Matter, a case with a real twist at the end of it. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Vic Perrin, Barney Phillips, Edgar Staley, Peter Leeds, and Frank Gerstle. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cumberly speaking.
Suspense follows on the CBS Radio Network.
As you smoke a Duke, you get a sense of ease and comfort that grows with every puff. Because new king-size Duke is king-size in the filter, where it matters most.
Radio 59, WROW. You know, we're all not experts on suits or stoves or automobiles, so before spending any money, we find out what makes one good. Aren't schools much more important? Shouldn't we know what a good school is really like? A free new booklet helps you to do this important job. It's called Yardsticks for Public Schools, published by the National Citizens Council for Better Schools. It suggests ways of sizing up a school and of ensuring a better education for your children. Send a card today for your free copy. Write Yardsticks and your name and address on a card. Mail it to Better Schools, 9 East 40th Street, New York, 16, New York. That's Better Schools, 9 East 40th Street, New York, 16, New York.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
My name is Hardy, Mr. Dollar.
Yes?
I'm returning the call you made to Mr. Ellis Rasmussen. If you will state your business, I shall be glad to transmit it to him.
You tell Mr. Rasmussen I'm an insurance investigator from Hartford, and the matter involves a member of his own family.
Oh, young Mr. Rasmussen?
Yes.
Could you hold on a moment, sir?
I could.
Mr. Rasmussen will send a car for you at 6 o'clock.
Look, I can take a cab. Oh, well.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Universal Adjustment Bureau, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Rasmussen matter. Expense account item 1, $204.35, airfare from Hartford to San Francisco to Los Angeles. Trying to compile the details of the Rasmussen case. I'd been on it 3 days when I was stonewalled in Los Angeles with a Holmby Hills address and the phone number of Ellis Rasmussen. At 6 o'clock, a liveried chauffeur in immaculate uniform stepped up to me at the desk.
Mr. Dollar?
Yes?
My name is Stauffer, sir. I have Mr. Rasmussen's car outside.
Well, gee whiz, Stauffer.
Ain't it the truth, sir?
A few minutes later, when we turned into the lush green Holmby Hills section, I had a suspicion I was about to deal with a bona fide millionaire. When we parked in front of the big two-story colonial home and a man with graying hair and swallowtail coat stepped out of the door, well, I knew I was going to meet the real article.
I'm Hardy, sir.
Hello, Hardy.
Mr. Rasmussen is waiting for you. This way, please.
We stopped in front of a huge paneled door. Hardy tapped on it once, then pulled on the knob. As we entered, a tall man with a shock of pure white hair rose from his chair and turned toward us.
This is Mr. Dollar, Mr. Rasmussen.
I want about 4 fingers of sour mash. What do you want?
Oh, you took the words right out of my mouth, Mr. Rasmussen.
Very good, sir.
He's a pretty nice fellow.
We're all pretty nice fellows around here, Mr. Dollar. Sit down.
Thanks.
Could you hand me that lighter?
Oh, sure. Here.
Thank you. What are you doing in Los Angeles?
Why, federal underwriters of Hartford wrote a blanket policy for all Imperial Rubber Company employees. Your son was an executive with Imperial when he was killed in Malaya last spring. Federal owes his widow $25,000.
I don't know where she is, Mr. Dollar.
I see.
I doubt if you do. Let me put it this way. I never met the young lady. Fred married her one night in Elko, Nevada. 2 days later, they were on their way to Malaya. 6 months there, and the development station was raided by guerrillas one night. And I suddenly no longer have a son. Have you eaten your dinner, Mr. Dollar?
Oh, I wouldn't want to trouble you.
Hardy, set a place for Mr. Dollar.
Very good, sir.
Well?
Well, I thought she might phone me when she got back to the States. She never did. Never a letter, nothing. I'm old and sick, but I still want to see the girl my son married. It's not an easy thing to lose a son, Mr. Dollar. And I lost a good one. I lost the best son a man ever had.
I'm sure you did, sir. To your son.
To Fred.
During dinner and afterward over coffee and liqueurs, I listened to the story of Ellis Rasmussen's life. It came from the lips of an old man who was dying, but in whose eyes I could see reflected the memories of a brawling, bustling life that started in an Oklahoma oil field and moved to Alaska and Arabia and Africa. More and more during the talk, I began to know his lost son. For in everything the old man had to say about himself, I could sense an unmistakable reflection of his son. Finally, I thanked him and left.
If I may say so, I do hope you'll call soon again, sir. Mr. Rasmussen enjoyed your visit very much. I haven't seen him so much like his old self since we received the terrible news of young Mr. Rasmussen's death.
He must have been quite a man, Hardy. Young Fred Rasmussen.
He was, sir. All of us miss him dreadfully. None of us ever met Mrs. Rasmussen, and we were most anxious to receive her, especially after young Mr. Fred's death.
I imagine so.
The car's all ready, Mr. Dollar.
Good night, sir.
Good night, Hardy.
Fine night, Mr. Dollar.
Yeah. Stauffer.
Yes, sir?
I didn't want to press the point with Mr. Rasmussen, but now maybe you can straighten me out. Did he approve of his son's marriage?
Let's put it this way, Mr. Dollar. Mr. Rasmussen approved of Mr. Fred. And if Mr. Fred got himself married, then Mr. Rasmussen approved of the girl. Between them two, they had that kind of understanding. Real people.
Expense account item 2, $1.98. Telegram to Personnel Division, Imperial Rubber Company, requesting a copy of all information they might have on Laura Olson Rasmussen. Item 3, $6. One long-distance phone call to the Universal agent working the case in San Francisco.
Mrs. Rasmussen left the Malaya Peninsula by boat from a town called Cosheti 3 days after the news of her husband's death. A week later, she booked plane passage in Hong Kong with Trans-Pacific Airlines. She changed planes in Honolulu. She cleared the Port Authority in San Francisco. From there on, we lost her.
Get a list of all the passengers who were on that plane.
Okay.
Get someone checking the hotels in the Bay Area. She might have checked into one when she hit Frisco.
Okay.
Now listen, we're looking for a woman whose husband was brutally murdered about 2 weeks before she got back to the States. If she's anything like I think, she was probably about at the end of a rope. Now start asking questions at places where people like that go.
Right.
On Wednesday morning, I rented a car. That's item 4, $25, and made the rounds. First stop, Los Angeles Board of Education. By 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I had found 35 Laura Olsons who had attended public school in Los Angeles and were more or less in the proper age bracket. The next day, the folder arrived from Imperial Rubber Company. Among other things, it contained a passport picture and a complete description of Laura Olson Rasmussen. She was a blonde girl with a pouting, sultry kind of mouth and wide, dark eyes.
You down there.
Yes?
What do you want?
I'm looking for Mrs. Frances Olson. Are you Mrs. Olson?
I don't want to buy nothing.
Do you have a daughter named Laura Olson?
Are you a policeman?
No, I'm an insurance investigator. I'm trying to locate Laura Olson Rasmussen.
Well, how'd you get this address? What's that?
A picture of her.
Let's see. That's my Laura. What about her?
I've been trying to locate her for some time. Is she here?
No, she ain't here. She ain't been here for 5 years.
Do you have any idea where I can find her? Friends, maybe? Other relatives?
You say her name's Rasmussen now?
Yes, she married a man named Fred Rasmussen.
Married? Well, ain't that just something?
You didn't know your daughter had been married, Mrs. Olson?
How would I know? How would I know anything about her?
Saturday at noon, a registered letter arrived from the agent in San Francisco containing the list of passengers who had been on the plane with her. 3 of the names were in the Los Angeles area, including a Mr. Oberlin who lived in Pasadena.
Well, sure, I remember her. Real pretty. We sat together all the way from Honolulu. What's up?
We're trying to locate her, Mr. Oberlin. Did she happen to mention her plans when she returned to the States?
Plans?
You know, what hotel she might be staying at in San Francisco? Or if she was going on to another city?
No, not her.
You say that very emphatically.
Yeah, I guess I do. You didn't have to show me a picture. You know, a guy always prays he'll meet someone like her on a plane, you know what I mean? Yeah, live it up. Yesterday's gone, she said tomorrow ain't here, and the only thing we got is today. Yeah, we had a swell time.
You're sure about this?
We were pretty chummy, pal, if you want the truth of it.
Mr. Oberlin, did she mention anything about being in Malaya before she boarded that plane?
Uh-uh.
Then she didn't tell you that her husband had been killed a week before.
Killed? How?
He was murdered by guerrillas in Malaya.
Oh, no, she didn't mention that. She didn't mention that at all, Mr. Dollar.
Johnny Dollar.
This is Hardy, Mr. Dollar.
How are you, Hardy? How's Mr. Rasmussen?
He's not so well, sir. That's why I called. Could you possibly find time to visit him?
Tonight?
May I send a car right away?
Is it serious?
He's dying, sir.
I knew why he wanted to see me. Have you located my daughter-in-law yet? No, I haven't located her, Mr. Rasmussen. But I know something about her. I know she drank whiskey and flirted with a fat salesman on an airplane all the way from Honolulu to San Francisco. I know her mother's a drunk. I know she didn't think enough of you or your son to contact you or anybody else when she got back. Mr. Rasmussen, it looks to me like your daughter-in-law's a first-class bum.
Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in just a moment. Our daily lives are sharply affected by world news. And for a complete roundup of the news every single weekday evening, just keep your dial on CBS Radio for the news broadcasts of our famous CBS newsmen, Edward R. Murrow and Lowell Thomas. Hear up-to-the-minute news with Edward R. Murrow and Lowell Thomas on CBS Radio. Now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Rasmussen Matter.
There was a black coupe with MD on the license parked in the driveway of the Rasmussen house when we pulled up. In the bedroom, a silvery-haired man in a black suit was sitting beside the bed that held Ellis Rasmussen. He was introduced as Dr. Butler. Then I shook the hand of Mr. Rasmussen. Someone suggested that Dr. Butler might like to use the library for his calls. And I was alone with the old man.
If you want some whiskey, I keep it in the sideboard over there.
Not now, thanks. I wish I had some news for you, Mr. Rasmussen. We're finding out things, but we haven't found her yet.
What things?
Oh, things. Nothing important.
Dollar, if I judge you right, you know your business. And if you haven't found my daughter-in-law by now, you've certainly found out what kind of person she is. So tell me.
I haven't met her. I don't know.
You're being evasive.
I don't work for you, Mr. Rasmussen. I'm an insurance investigator trying to locate a woman and pay off a claim. If I don't find her, the case will just have to sit, unless you or someone else concerned makes a report to missing persons. Then the cops can take over, and maybe they should right now.
My son was a fine man. I can look back on all the years I had with him and be proud of every year and every day. He married a girl named Laura Olson. I don't know where she came from or who she was, but I know my son wouldn't have married her unless he loved her, unless she loved him in return and was worthy of his love.
You know a lot, Mr. Rasmussen.
Perhaps I should go to the police.
No, don't do that. We'll find her, Mr. Rasmussen. We're getting it narrowed down. Well, I'd better leave now.
As you say. Mr. Dollar.
Yes, sir.
I want to see her.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry I talked to you the way I did.
Phone call for you, Mr. Dollar. Would you like to take it in there?
Oh, yeah, sure. Keep an eye on him, Hardy.
Trust me, sir.
Johnny Dollar.
This is Officer Daly, Los Angeles Police.
Oh, yeah.
You the insurance guy looking for a Laura Olson Rasmussen?
Yeah, have you got anything?
We got her.
Huh?
She's here with the rest of the girls in the drunk tank.
A drunk tank will always smell of disinfectant. This one was no different. There are no bunks, no chairs, no blankets, no nothing. So you stand or sit on a concrete floor and wait for something to happen. The legal period is 24 hours. You get rebooked or you get released. It all depends.
What's the story on her, Dollar?
I've got a check for $25,000 for her.
Gee, insurance money?
Yeah.
Quiet! Quiet in there! All right, quiet down! You girls better learn to get along.
Which one?
Back there, sitting on the floor.
Oh, good. What's the situation?
If somebody comes up with bail, they can have her.
Expense account item 7, $100 bail. While I was waiting around, Officer Daly broke open a file on her. A dozen aliases, a dozen charges, and one conviction for shoplifting. A career of petty thievery that began at the age of 16 and ran up into a 22nd year. Expense account item 8, $35 telegrams. I sent wires to all parties concerned, all parties except Ellis Rasmussen, ordering a stop on their activities since Laura Olson Rasmussen had been found.
Over there.
Who are you?
My name's Johnny Dollar.
Thanks for getting me out. Why?
I did it for a friend.
Friend. I didn't know I had any.
Expense account item 9, 20 cents, 2 cups of coffee. We had it in a diner across from the women's section of the main jail. I looked at Laura Olson Rasmussen while she drank the coffee. Looked at the blonde hair and the wide eyes and the pouting mouth. Looked at the woman who had once been the wife of Fred Rasmussen.
What's the catch, mister?
No catch.
You put up $100 for me. I don't know you from a load of coal.
No, you don't. Where do you live?
I've been staying at the Piedmont Hotel. You know where it is?
No.
Well, not many people do. Especially people with clean shirts.
What have you been doing since you got back from Malaya?
I've been getting along. You got something to do with Fred? You know about Malaya?
I know about a lot of things. I've been looking for you for a month.
So what?
Why didn't you contact your father-in-law when you got back?
Why should I? What would he care about me? He never met me. What do I mean to him?
Right now, since he no longer has a son, you mean everything to him.
You're kidding me, mister.
I wish I was kidding you. I wish to heaven I was kidding you.
Well, what now?
Oh. I want you to come over to my hotel with me.
Oh, now look.
To sign some papers. I have a check for $25,000 for you.
What was that?
Your husband was insured. You're his beneficiary. All you have to do is fill out an application. I'll give you the check.
I don't believe it.
It's true. Come on. Expense account item 10, $2, cab fare to my hotel. I took her upstairs with me, stood over her while she filled out the necessary papers. Outside of that, we didn't say a word. Johnny Dollar.
This is Stauffer, Mr. Dollar. Hardy asked me to phone you to see if there's any word.
Oh, yes.
Well, what'll I tell him, Mr. Dollar?
Tell him no luck yet, Stauffer. How's the old man?
About the same, sir. Counting on you, I think.
I'll talk to you later.
Yes, sir.
Here you are.
Okay. Thanks. Here's your check.
Anything else?
Nope. That's it.
Okay. See you around sometime.
Sure.
Fred told me about a man named Stauffer who worked for his old man for years. Was that him on the phone just now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was going to say to the old man, but I did know I was hoping that if Rasmussen had to die, That he'd die before anybody told him the kind of daughter-in-law I'd turned up. I didn't want to be in on that. Expense account item 11, $83, hotel bill. I checked out at 5:30, picked up my airline tickets at the desk. That's item 12, then sat around the lobby for 5 minutes. Item 13, 2 drinks for myself.
Mr. Dollar,
Yeah? Oh.
I read in the paper that Ellis Rasmussen is dying. Is that true?
That's true.
Mind if I sit down?
Suit yourself. What are you drinking?
Nothing. I know why you didn't tell them you found me, and I don't blame you. If Fred's dad is anything like Fred was, then I know how you felt. Finding me the way you did.
Let's forget it, Mrs. Rasmussen, shall we?
I'd like to meet Fred's father.
So you want to meet him, huh? The human thing would have been to see him when you came back. But not a line, not a word. That old man in that house knows his son was really a man. And on that basis, he believes, without seeing you, that his son married a real woman. He had love and sympathy and help and devotion and all the things you don't seem to have any use for waiting for you in that house. Oh, never mind.
I loved Fred. Loved him from the first minute I saw him. I didn't go in. Couldn't you see me, cheap, rotten, dirty little me? Couldn't you see me walking in there and saying, I'm me? Couldn't you see that mother of mine moving in? What would that have done to the old man? It would have crushed out his whole memory of Fred. But don't think, Mr. Dollar, I haven't got my memory, too. I didn't drink that away. I was loved by a man. And I loved him back. I've still got that.
I'm going out there pretty soon. Would you like to meet him?
Do you think I can?
I think so. I think so very much.
Oh, Mr. Dollar, I've been waiting in the lobby. I thought you might be here. How do you do, miss?
Stuffer, I'd like you to meet Mrs. Rasmussen.
Well, my. I'm mighty pleased to meet you. The boss will be mighty happy.
She dried her eyes in the car. I didn't say much. She didn't say much. But in the half hour it took to get out to Holmby Hills, something happened to her again. The something that must have happened when the big arm went around her shoulders the first time.
Good evening.
Mrs. Rasmussen, Hardy.
How do you do, Mrs. Rasmussen? We're very happy to see you.
Thank you, Hardy. Fred spoke of you often.
That was kind of Fred. This way, please.
Come in.
I think you can introduce Mrs. Rasmussen, Mr. Dollar. Ring if you need me, sir.
I'm scared.
Laura, if there ever was a man for you not to be scared of, it's that man in there.
Oh, how can I tell him about myself? I've been in jail. I can't.
Watch.
Well, Mr. Dollar, come in.
I've brought someone for you to meet, Mr. Rasmussen.
Come here. You'd be my son's Laura. Yes, you're Laura.
Hello.
Yes. Oh, now, there. Here. Now, look. Us Rasmussens mustn't meet like this with tears.
There's so much I have to tell you.
No. There's nothing you have to tell me.
What?
Let me put my arm around you. There. Now, feel it? Mm-hmm. You're my daughter. Do you understand that?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Then that's all the explanations we need between us. Yes. Hardy.
Yes, Mr. Rasmussen?
Bring Mrs. Rasmussen some brandy, I think. And I'll have some sour mash. Mr. Dollar?
Sure. Make mine sour mash, too, Hardy.
Very good, sir.
Expense account item 14, $40. Miscellaneous. Item 15, $35, stenographic. Expense account total, $1,965. Remarks? The old man's got a few weeks more. Laura's moving into the house with him to take care of him. She won't be telling him a lot of things about herself. She doesn't have to. You should have stood there like I did and seen that big arm go around her shoulder when he said, "You're my daughter." Yeah. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment. Folks abroad want to know more about us Americans, how we live, how we eat, what we do in our leisure time. You know something? You can help promote international goodwill by corresponding with someone abroad. For the name of a correspondent, write to Letters Abroad, 45 East 65th Street, New York. That's Letters Abroad, 45 East 65th Street, New York. Stay tuned for 5 minutes of CBS News to be followed over most of these same stations by the FBI in Peace and War. Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, one cute, tiny little mouse, that's right, mouse, almost scares a big insurance company out of business. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood. Written by John Dawson, it is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in tonight's cast were Virginia Gregg, Gene Tatum, Eric Snowden, Roy Glenn, Will Wright, Frank Nelson, and Jack Crucian. Musical supervision is by Amerigo Marino. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Dan Cubberly speaking.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
Johnny, I've been trying to reach you for 2 days.
Who's that?
George Reed.
Oh, well, I took off a couple of days. George, what's on your mind?
A riddle.
Riddle?
Yeah, and a blonde photographer's model.
That's better.
How are you with riddles, Johnny?
Not as good as I am with... But go ahead, try me.
All right. A year ago, this model married Webster Preen.
Preen Hat Company?
Was Preen Hat Company. He sold it when he retired.
Go on.
Well, last week, Preen reported his wife had disappeared. And according to him, when she left home, she didn't bother taking any of her clothes or car or jewelry.
And she forgot to tell her friends she was leaving?
Right. Not even him.
You think Preen told the truth?
Johnny, that's the riddle.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar. To Floyd's of England, American Branch Office, 443 North 15th Street, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Mad Hatter matter. Expense account item 1, 85 cents, cab fare from my apartment to George Reed's office. He was seated behind his desk, his lily white nose buried in a copy of Playmate magazine. He didn't look up until I was halfway across the room.
Hmm? Oh, Johnny, come in.
Hiya, George. What you reading?
I was just taking a look at Bridget Randall. Or Mrs. Preen, I suppose I should call her.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah.
Very nice.
She look familiar to you?
Oh, George, you're flattering me.
No, really. She should.
Oh, why?
Well, up until she married Preen, she was a very popular model.
Figures.
Is that a pun? Anyhow, her picture was in everything from the Police Gazette to the Ladies' Home Journal.
And after she married him?
She retired.
Hey, this is a new magazine, George, this month's issue.
Well, the picture must have been taken before she was married.
Well, what do you know about Preen?
Not too much. He's over twice her age, and from all reports has a lot of money.
I'd bet on it.
Their marriage caused quite a stir. You know, real winter and spring stuff. The newspapers played it up big.
Where were they married?
New York. She'd done some ad work for Preen's hat company. He liked her look.
And she liked his bankroll.
Cynical, aren't you?
Yeah.
Anyway, since then, they've been living at his place near Los Angeles. Here's the address.
All right, thanks.
I called Mr. Preen long distance day before yesterday. He knows you're coming out.
What about the police, George? You know who's handling their end of it?
According to Preen, it's a man named Steiner, detective lieutenant. I got the feeling Preen doesn't much care for Steiner.
George, how much life insurance does he carry on his wife?
None.
None?
Nope. Or if he does, it's not with us.
Then would you mind explaining why you sent for me?
Not at all. We're not interested in her life.
Obviously. That's a pretty callous attitude.
Let me finish. We're not interested in her life, but we are in her face.
In her what?
The fine print reads from a point 2 inches below her chin to the hairline.
Come on, break it down, George.
Of course. Last year, a couple of months before she married Preen, she took out a special coverage policy in case something happened to her face that would finish her modeling career. You know, like a permanent scar, bad burn, anything like that.
Uh-huh.
She received quite a bit of publicity at the time, and it didn't exactly hurt us either.
When does this policy lapse?
Well, that's why we're so concerned, Johnny. When she married Preen, she announced that she had given up modeling for good. So we quite naturally thought she wouldn't renew the policy.
But she did.
Yes. And just 10 days before she disappeared.
How much did you people bet that she wouldn't ruin her face?
The amount she earned year before last. $25,000.
Expense account item 2, 85 cents cab fare back to my apartment. On the way, I had the cabbie stop at a newsstand where I spent $50 of my hard-earned cash for a copy of Playmate magazine. Yeah, there was no doubt about it. Mrs. Webster Preen was the kind of woman any red-blooded American boy over 30 would be eager to locate. Item 3, $190 plane fare, Hartford to Los Angeles, then a cab to the Statler Hotel. I checked in, made arrangements to rent a car, then put in a call to police headquarters. Lieutenant Steiner was out, so I left word for him to call me, had lunch, and then drove out to the San Fernando Valley. The Preen home was one of those Spanish stucco and adobe jobs, 2 stories, probably 30, 40 years old. It sat in the middle of some 2 acres of orange trees, with a plaster wall around all the property, separating it from the subdivision on one side and a main thoroughfare on the other. I walked up to the front door and rang the bell. In a moment, it was opened by a beautiful blonde. If she hadn't been wearing a nurse's uniform, I might have mistaken her for Bridget Preen.
Yes?
Afternoon. Is Mr. Preen in?
Do you have an appointment, Mr.
Dollar. Johnny Dollar. No, I don't have an appointment, but I'm sure he'll see me.
Really?
Yes, really. I'm investigating his wife's disappearance.
You're from the police?
No, insurance investigator.
I see. I'm sorry, Mr. Dollar, but Mr. Preen can't possibly see you.
You're sure of that, Miss...
Richard, and I am sure. Mr. Preen has suffered a severe shock. His doctor left strict orders that he's not to be disturbed unnecessarily.
And you feel qualified to say what is necessary and what isn't?
I've been with him for nearly 5 years.
Well, answer me this, Miss Richards. Do you think Mr. Preen's health would improve if somebody happened to find his wife?
What? I mean, they haven't found her, have they?
You haven't answered my question.
You want my honest opinion, Mr. Dollar?
Helen, who is it? Who's out there with you?
Excuse me. No one important.
It's Johnny Dollar, Mr. Preen.
Now, just a minute.
Mr. Dollar, come in. Come in. Have him come to the orchid room, Helen.
Yes, sir. Well, I hope you enjoy steam baths, Mr. Dollar.
Steam bath? What do you mean?
Follow me. You'll find out.
A pretty girl, in spite of her abrupt manner. And there was a lot going on behind those clear blue eyes. She led me into the house through a couple of large rooms, then up a winding staircase and down the hall to a door at the end of it.
Miss Preen's waiting for you in there, Johnny.
Thanks. Ouch! Hey, that doorknob's hot as... Oh, very funny.
I warned you. Here, like this.
Come here, Mr. Dollar. Hurry.
I'll see you later, Johnny.
Close the door. Close it. I don't want it to cool off in here. Well, you look surprised.
Well, I didn't expect to meet you in a hothouse, Mr. Preen.
Well, I'm sorry if you're uncomfortable, but orchids must have plenty of heat and moisture. Now, me, I love it. I didn't used to, but since I am at the age where a man is nothing but stick and dried parchment, you can take off your jacket if you like, Mr. Pollard.
Thanks.
Do you know anything about orchids?
Well, only that they're expensive.
Aren't all beautiful things? Sit down, sir. Any place that's clean. We can talk while I do this. You know what I'm doing.
I haven't the least idea.
What the bees would normally do, that is, if these plants were in their native environment.
Pollination?
Yes, sir. Would you mind handing me those tweezers? Yes. Thank you.
Hey, how many plants do you have here?
More than 200, Mr. Dollar. 36 different varieties.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, yes. Lovely, delicate creatures. Mr. Dollar, do you think you'd be able to find her?
Well, I'm going to try.
I'd appreciate it. I have so very few things left these days. Did you notice the orange trees when you drove in?
Well, yes.
When I bought this house, the land on both sides was nothing but orange groves. Beautiful orange trees. Green, growing things as far as the eye could see. And now it's a housing project.
Yes, well, Mr. Preen, I understand you aren't entirely satisfied with the efforts the police are making to find your wife.
And you understand correctly. They have done nothing but ask me the same asinine questions over and over again. Have you talked to them?
No, sir. I felt that I should see you first, get all the information you have.
I will cooperate with you all the way, Mr. Dollar.
All right. When exactly did she disappear?
Just 10 days ago. She'd come down from our place up at Lake Arrowhead, where she'd spent Saturday and Sunday.
Uh-huh.
We had planned on going up together that weekend, but I developed a cold.
Oh?
The evening she returned, I retired earlier than usual, and then when I awoke about 11:30 that night, she wasn't in her room. I called to her, searched the grounds, then waited up. But she never came home.
I see. Was anyone else in the building that evening?
No. We were alone. Rather, I was.
Any sign of a injury to her face, blood, anything like that?
Nothing.
Uh-huh. Do you remember if she made any remark earlier? Anything that had given you some indication as to whether she planned to go out?
She had no plans. She was tired from the drive home, had already put cream on her face and her hair up in curlers. But...
Yes?
Well, she did say something about wanting to go back to Arrowhead the next day.
And you're positive she didn't that night?
Mr. Dollar, my wife is a very beautiful woman and an extremely vain woman. She would never leave this house with her hair in such a state.
Oh?
And even if it were brushed, she wouldn't leave on an overnight trip without taking along a complete wardrobe.
All right. What do you think has happened to her?
I don't know what to think. If I did, I wouldn't have gone to the police.
A few minutes later, I left the lonely old man with his orchids and started toward the stairs. I was about halfway down when I suddenly felt as though I'd forgotten something. Only I was sure I hadn't. Still, something was wrong about this setup. I was trying to figure out what it was when Miss Richards called me.
Johnny?
Yeah.
I'm in here. You better put your jacket on. You'll catch cold.
Yeah, well, you better let me worry about that, huh, nurse?
Helen, Johnny. I'm sorry I was so rude. But I thought you were just another detective who was going to upset Mr. Preen.
Well, now, what makes you think I didn't?
Because he didn't shout at you.
Does he usually shout at detectives?
He ripped into Lieutenant Steiner yesterday morning.
Oh? You know why?
Well, the police have a crazy idea that Mrs. Preen's body could be buried somewhere on the grounds or upstairs in the hothouse bed.
Well, how do you know that?
Well, they've been after him trying to get his permission to dig.
If they were really serious about it, they wouldn't need his permission. They'd get a warrant.
Johnny, you don't believe Mr. Preen killed his wife, do you?
At this moment, I have no reason to.
Well, everyone knows what a kind and gentle person he is.
What about Mrs. Preen, Helen? Well?
I hate her.
Why? You, care for him?
I don't like that.
All right, sorry.
He's a fine man, a gentleman. There aren't many left.
No, I guess not. He called Mrs. Preen extremely vain. Would you go along with that description?
It was made for her.
Suppose something had happened to her that night. Suppose, well, something that scarred or burned her face. What do you think she'd do?
If she lost her beauty, she'd kill herself.
Even if she threw away $25,000 by doing it?
I know about that policy, but even if it was doubled, she'd still do it.
Why? Because she wouldn't have the nerve to face her friends?
Friends. Bridget Preen never had any friends. But that isn't what happened to her.
What did?
I don't know, but I'm sure she's dead.
Why? Why, Helen?
Johnny, please.
Tell me. Now, come on. I know you have a good reason for saying that. Now, let's have it.
All right. Come over here. I put them away in this drawer. See?
What are they?
Caps.
What?
Plastic dental caps. Actresses, models wear them over their teeth to give a perfect appearance. Bridget wouldn't leave a bedroom without them.
Where did you get them?
I found them on the floor of the garage 2 days after she disappeared.
Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in just a moment.
Democracy. What does it mean to the farmer? How can democracy benefit the farmer better than any other form of government? These are easy questions to answer because the facts are there. Only in a democracy can the farmer get the most aid from his government, own his own land, produce, and equipment, and still earn a standard of living that is comparable to workers in the manufacturing industries. That's because the people in a democracy tell their elected representatives they want it that way. Government subsidy, free enterprise, open markets, and the will to work and better himself enables the farmer in a democracy, such as the United States of America, to produce one of the world's finest diets. Scientific agricultural advancement and democratic government are the reasons why this can happen. This is a part of democracy. But whether it functions in agriculture or some other form of endeavor, democracy gives mankind its finest legacy of freedom.
Now, Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Mad Hatter Matter.
Helen, Mr. Preen's nurse, gave me the set of dental caps that Bridget Preen had used to beautify her teeth. And after telling her not to mention them to anyone, I drove back to my hotel in Los Angeles. Along the way, I racked my brain about whatever it was, something that had bothered me at Preen's home. Then as I passed the newsstand in the hotel lobby, it hit me hard. I had been in almost every downstairs room of Preen's house, and not once had I seen a single picture of the beautiful and vain Bridget. In my room, I was about to call Preen and ask him why when somebody began pounding on my door.
Well, Dollar, we seem to have had a hard time making connections, didn't we? I'm Steiner.
Oh, how are you, Lieutenant?
Fine, just fine. And I think I've got our little case all sewed up.
That's so?
Yep. You mind if I rest?
No, go right ahead.
Thank you. See, we've been checking back on Miss Preen's activities for the past few weeks.
Uh-huh.
Been making quite a few weekend trips, ain't she?
I wouldn't know.
We figure she found herself a new man, a young man, and took off for parts unknown.
What about her clothes? Why didn't she take them?
She didn't want to take what old Preen had given her. She's too proud.
A little too proud to be true. She had enough things paid for out of her own money to last a good many years.
Oh, now, Dollar, you guys let your imagination run away with you. Now, you look at this realistic. Here's a girl in her 20s married to a man who's content to sit home and wait for the golden chariot. And maybe she's content to sit there with him at first, but it ain't normal she should for long.
Yeah? You locate anyone who's seen her out with another man?
Nope. Tried to. That's the thing that's still stuck in my craw.
Well, I don't think you will.
Why not?
Because she was smart, a smart woman. If she had had a boyfriend, and I'm not disagreeing with you on that score, she was very discreet about it.
Mr. Dollar, I'm not sure you were aware of it, but each time you mentioned Mrs. Preen, you referred to her in the past tense. Why?
Oh, no. Don't tell me I fell for the oldest trick in the business.
Come on, Dollar. Stop playing games and answer me.
Oh, you should talk about playing games, Steiner.
Sorry, but I wanted to throw you off guard.
Oh, you did, pal. You did.
What did you learn bird-dogging around today, Dollar?
Nothing, Steiner. Nothing.
Look,
really.
you either let me have all the information you've received today, or tonight you'll be on your way back to Hartford. Now, which is it?
Okay. Preen's nurse, Miss Richards, found these on the floor of the garage 2 days after Mrs. Preen disappeared. You know what they are, I suppose. They don't have to be Mrs. Preen's.
Take a look at this chart, Dollar. We got it from her dentist last week. Now look at the caps.
Okay. What are you going to do?
What do you think? Arrest Webster Preen for the murder of his wife.
I told Steiner he could never get an indictment. The teeth caps definitely belonged to Bridget, but they were found in her own garage. She could have dropped them any time during that evening she came home from Arrowhead. And I reminded him of Preen's position in the community, his money, how well he was liked, everything. Hoping I could still stall him long enough for me to try something that had been in the back of my mind since I left Hartford. I opened a copy of Playmate magazine to Bridget's picture. Then I placed a long-distance phone call to New York City.
We're ready with your call to Mr. Howard, Mr. Dollar.
Okay, thank you, operator.
Go ahead, please.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Howard. This is Johnny Dollar, insurance investigator.
Yes, Dollar?
A client of ours has her picture in the current issue of your Playmate magazine.
Oh, yes. Lovely girls,
Mr. Howard, her name is Bridget Preen.
Bridget Preen?
Or Randall. Bridget Randall.
Oh, yes, I know her very well. Well, where is she?
We aren't sure yet. Mr. Howard, I've got to know when that picture was made and the address of the photographer who shot it. Have you got that?
Yes, you just hold on. Now, I remember now I was surprised to see Bridget after all that talk about retiring.
Yeah.
Yes, here it is. Photographer's a new one as far as we're concerned.
What's his name?
Tracy. Russell Tracy.
Address?
Box 17. Got it?
Box 17.
Lake Arrowhead, California.
What?
Lake Arrowhead. You ought to know where that is.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. It took me a little less than 2 hours to drive up to Lake Arrowhead. When I reached the village, I stopped in at the post office.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm looking for an old friend of mine. He's got a place up here somewhere.
What's his name?
Tracy. Russell Tracy.
Oh, yeah, sure. Nice little cabin on the lake, about a half a mile down toward the left. You just follow the road.
Okay, thanks.
The cabin just before you get to Russell's has a big mailbox out in front with the name Preen on it. Got it?
Preen? Yeah, I sure have. I was there in 5 minutes. It was small, 2 rooms at the most. A dog came from the direction of Preen's cabin to bark at me, then went back into the woods again.
Yeah.
Russell Tracy?
Yeah.
Who are you? Name's Dollar, insurance investigator. May I come in?
Yeah, come on in.
Thanks.
Oh, Mr. Dollar, what's this all about?
Bridget Preen.
Oh, wait a minute.
You wait,
I'm
friend.
not.
That's a very good picture of her in Playmate. You tell her you sold it?
Yes, I did.
When? The day you decided to submit it? Or after it was sold and too late to start publication? Or not until some other photographers started calling her home to see if she'd come out of retirement?
Now, look, Mr. Dollar, I haven't done anything wrong.
I didn't say you had.
I mean it, Dollar. All I did was take some pictures of her. I didn't have any reason to kill her.
Who said she was dead?
All right, Dollar, sit down. I'll give you the whole story, at least all I know of it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bridget liked modeling. She liked it better than anything else, I guess. And when she found out I was a photographer, well, she was over here most of the time.
What about the day she disappeared?
I'm getting to it. I'd needed some money a few weeks before that. I needed it bad. I had a run-in with the law in Texas a couple of years back. I haven't been able to hold on to a good job since.
Go on.
Well, I had this one shot of her, and I knew it was right, so I sent it in without her knowing about it.
When did she find out?
Well, like you said, photographers called her house. Her husband answered one of them.
You ever meet her husband?
Yeah, a couple of times when he was up here.
He knew you were a photographer?
He's been trying hard to get back at me for taking that shot of his wife.
How do you mean?
There's a dry well out in the back, about 20 yards from the fence line. After he killed Bridget.
He killed?
Yeah. Yeah, because the next morning I was out with my dog and we found her face down in the well. I guess he figured the sheriff would find her before I did and figure I did it.
How do I know you didn't?
If I had, I wouldn't have dropped her in my own well, would I? Besides, why?
All right, she's still there.
No, I took her out that same morning, and it's a good thing I did, too. The sheriff and some detectives from L.A. were up here nosing around the next day.
Why would Preen want to kill her, Tracy?
All right, now, don't ask why, but Bridget was in love with me. Tonight she went back to L.A. She was going to tell him. I guess that, on top of the picture, was just too much for him to take. Dolly, you believe me, don't you?
Why didn't you report this to the sheriff?
I've got a record, Dollar, and Preen's got more money than he knows what to do with. Besides, there's no proof of what I've just said. It'd be his word against mine, and you know who'd come out on top.
Where's her body now?
I'll take it if you want.
Yeah, bring your camera.
My camera?
And plenty of film. Don't ask me why I trusted him. I couldn't answer. Except, like he said, he didn't have any reason for killing Bridget. He led me deep into the woods, into a clearing. And there, well, he'd done his best to make her comfortable. We removed the rocks, and Bridget she was very dead. Expense account item 4, $5.20. Assorted phone calls, Arrowhead Springs to Los Angeles.
I've been hoping you'd call.
Is Mr. Preen there?
Yes, right now he's up with his orchid.
Have you seen Steiner?
Oh, yes, he was here this afternoon. He took Mr. Preen away with him. But in about an hour, Mr. Preen came
Now, look,
home.
Helen, you stay there, but keep out of his way. Do you understand?
Oh, Johnny, really, you're talking like he's a criminal.
Helen, do just as I say. I'll be there as soon as I can. After seeing that Russell Tracy was safe in the custody of Steiner, I took the freeway out to the San Fernando Valley. It was a little after 9:30 when I pulled into the Preen driveway. The porch lights were on, and Helen opened the door.
Johnny, you look awful. You had dinner?
No, not yet.
Well, let me fix you something.
No, please, Helen, no thanks.
What's in the envelope?
Nothing important. Where's Mr. Preen?
Where do you suppose? Upstairs with his orchid.
Would you mind if I went right
Of
up?
course not, Johnny. You go ahead. When your dinner's ready, I'll call you.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Careful of the doorknob.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, Mr. Doctor, I didn't expect to see you back so soon.
Hello, Mr. Preen.
Didn't dress for it again, I see. You'd better take off your jacket, Mr. Dollar.
Afraid I'm not going to stay long enough to bother.
Oh, well, now that's too bad. Beauty such as this isn't often seen, Mr. Dollar.
I disagree with you, sir.
What?
I think I have something here that's every bit as beautiful as any flower in this hothouse.
Well, now, you have aroused my sporting instincts, son, and also my curiosity. What have you...
Here.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
She was
Please,
beautiful,
no.
wasn't she, Mr. Preen? Here, she's very beautiful. But here...
Oh, no.
Look at this picture. Taken just a couple of hours ago. Yeah, what about this one? What about it, Mr. Preen? What do you think of your handiwork? Proud of what you've done, Mr. Preen?
No. No, please. No more, please.
Why did you do it?
I had to. I had to. She was going to leave me. Like everybody else had done. Everything does.
She was going, and I couldn't let her. I just couldn't let her go.
The hunch had been right. After he'd killed Bridget, Preen had not been able to face the many photographs of her about the house, or any pictures of Bridget, as we learned. One photograph had caused her death. The others we took later put Bridget's husband away for the few remaining years of his life. Expense account total, including car rental, hotel incidentals, and transportation back to Hartford, $870.40. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a fishing trip that could be very pleasant. Except that one of the fishermen is deaf. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Johnny Dollar has come to you through the worldwide facilities of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
From Hollywood, it's time now for Johnny Dollar.
Bert Major, Johnny. Masters Insurance and Trust.
Oh, hi, Bert.
You know anything about spacemen?
Never saw any, if that's what you mean.
Neither have I. But I know somebody who thinks he's been contacted by them.
Oh, sure. I have some whimsical friends, too.
Not funny, Johnny. The company is betting $2 million that this man is either a liar or pulling one of the biggest hoaxes in history.
$2 million?
That's right. Conrad Billings. Ever hear of him?
Billings, Texas Oil, one of the richest men in the country?
Right. Presently of California, where he's holed up in an isolated mountaintop lodge, minus a $2 million collection of diamonds he took up there with him.
And you insured them?
Yes, but not against ordinary theft.
What does that mean?
Those stones were insured against theft by persons or things unknown on this earth.
What?
That's right.
Holy. You're serious, aren't you?
You bet I'm serious.
Okay, Bert, I'll see you at your office.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar. To the Home Office, Masters Insurance and Trust Company, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Diamond Dilemma matter. Expense account item 1, $3.20 for a taxi to the office of Bert Major. I've known Bert a long time, and he's been in and out of too many deals, big and little, to get excited over nothing. But he was excited now.
This whole thing is incredible, Johnny. Fantastic. It's utterly impossible for $2 million worth of diamonds to simply vanish into thin air.
So it's impossible.
But it's happened. The police out there in California state positively that no man on earth could possibly have gotten to those stones.
Then, Bertram, tell me all.
All right. 2 weeks ago, Conrad Billings called me from his lodge up in Northern California. Said he wanted to insure the diamonds immediately.
Over the phone?
Over the phone.
You're sure it was really he?
I'm not that naive. I had the call traced.
How come he called you?
We've done some business with a wealthy friend of his in Dallas. Recommended.
Uh-huh. And he had the stones with him there at the lodge?
Yes. And, Johnny, it's one of the most isolated spots on Earth.
You're sure he had them there?
He loves diamonds, Johnny. Almost to the point of obsession. He plays with them like a kid plays with marbles. Lord knows he can afford to.
So you insured $2 million worth of diamond marbles over the phone?
I did.
And you say you weren't naive. Oh, look, a remote lodge, an eccentric old man, some expensive baubles. A rank amateur could get at him.
You haven't listened to me, Johnny. You've missed the point entirely. I wouldn't care if he left the diamonds lying out on his front doorstep. I insured those diamonds solely against theft by persons or things unknown on this earth. That's the exact wording of the policy.
And now they're gone?
Yes.
So, someone took them?
Prove it.
What?
Someone, and not something.
Now, why would anybody in his right mind want to insure against theft by other than people?
I asked myself that question. My answer was that a billionaire in active command of his business empire must be of sound mind. And if he wants to satisfy a whim and is willing to pay for it, why should my company refuse his money?
You think maybe he has an obsession about flying saucers and the people or things who fly them?
Who knows? Or what knows? Johnny, you've got to go out there and make some sense out of all this.
Who are the contacts so far?
The head of his San Francisco office, Norton Shields. The chief of police in Lakeview, about 30 miles from Billings Lodge, and the insured.
Okay, I'll call you, Bert, but not from Mars. Expense account item $280, deluxe flight with trimmings, Hartford to San Francisco. A pea soup fog was rolling up Market Street, and it was 2 a.m. when I finally got to the office of Billings Enterprises and met Norton Shields. He was wide awake, sharp, about 35.
Yes, Mr. Dollar, I've been in charge of Billings' West Coast operation for 10 years, with time out for Korea.
Pretty young for such a responsibility.
Billings hired me because I know the oil business. I learned it young.
Uh-huh. You like him?
You don't have to like a man just because you work for him. He's shrewd and knows how to make money.
But he has foibles.
Yes, he has foibles. Diamonds.
Have you ever seen them?
Sure.
Where?
Oh, here in the office, at the lodge where he is now, at his home.
You're certain he took them up to that lodge?
3 weeks ago tonight, they were spread out right here on this desk. He put them one by one in a chamois bag, put the bag in his pocket. I walked into his car, and he was driven straight to the lodge.
All right. What about the flying saucers, the spacemen, or whatever it is?
No, that's a new one. I learned of it when Mr. Major Call disclosed the terms of the insurance and the fact that the diamonds had been, that they were gone.
You haven't talked this over with Billings himself?
No, I haven't.
Don't you think you should?
Why? If he wants me, he'll call me.
How do I get to this lodge?
I have a company plane and pilot ready to fly you to Clear Lake in the morning. You'll be met there by a car and driver. Anything else you want, call me.
Why all the cooperation when you're not even supposed to know what's going on?
A good lieutenant knows when to follow orders before they're issued. You're registered at the Mark Hopkins. You better get some sleep.
Yeah, I may need it.
Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Diamond Dilemma Matter.
The company plane turned out to be a plush 2-engine amphibian waiting for me at a private dock near the Golden Gate Bridge. The pilot introduced himself, and we headed due north up San Pablo Bay and then northwest past the Valley of the Moon. Then, a few minutes later, we glided in for a landing on Clear Lake, the largest body of water in the state of California. There, I was met by a car and a driver as promised. How far is it to Mr. Billings' lodge, driver?
About 30 miles.
What do you do when Mr. Billings isn't here?
Wait for him.
Do you, live at the lodge?
Nobody does. Just Mr. Billings.
No caretakers, housekeepers, anything like that?
Just Mr. Billings.
Well, surely there must be someone to look after.
Mister, I'm hired to drive a car. I do it. And that's all.
The car twisted and turned through some lush country, then left the highway and climbed a narrow mountain road with signs every couple of hundred yards marked private in big letters. After several miles of this, during which we passed through a couple of gates that had to be opened manually, we came to a high steel wire gate with equally high fencing stretching out in either direction. A small redwood blockhouse squatted inside. The driver made a U-turn, stopped in front of this gate, then reached around and opened the door.
This is it, mister.
This is it?
Yep.
Okay, if you say so. But if this is a millionaire's idea... Hey, wait a minute! Huh. Well, if this really is the place, I may as well get...
Can't you read? You touch that gate and you'll be electrocuted.
What?
Your name, Dollar?
That's right. Who are you and what's the idea?
Speak up. Where were you at exactly 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon?
Well, if it means anything to you, I was talking with a man named Bert Major in Hartford, Connecticut.
Come in.
The big gate swung open, and I gingerly walked through it, as per instruction from the loudspeaker nestled in the wall of the redwood blockhouse.
You drive, don't you?
Yes.
Then get in that car you see there and follow the road.
The car referred to by the voice was parked against the blockhouse on the far side. I did as I was told. After a while, the road narrowed to a single track and continued on up the mountain. At one point, there was a solid granite overhang, a sheer drop of 1,000 feet or more, and another gate that opened as I approached it and closed behind me. Finally, I rounded a turn where a fill had been made, and a moment later came out on top. A few hundred yards away, across the terrace top of the mountain, was a charming rustic lodge. I drove over to it.
Good morning, Mr. Dollar.
Mr. Billings?
Come in.
Hearing about this man was strange enough. Seeing him was even more of a shock. About 5'2", flashing gray eyes, bullet bald. He was wearing a baggy old jacket that hung nearly to his knees.
This way. I want you to see my view of the lakes below. Well?
Beautiful.
What was that?
I said beautiful.
Yes, it is. Now, Mr. Major has informed you of the insurance on my diamonds, which disappeared 2 nights ago.
Yes, sir. He told me that...
Speak up!
He told me you insured $2 million worth of diamonds against theft by persons or things unknown on this earth.
Exactly. And I wish to collect from your company on that basis.
Well, Tell me, where did you keep them?
Right here on this table in front of the window, right here.
You mean to say you didn't lock up such valuable property?
Mr. Dollar, let me show you something. Look here, on my control panel. Do you recall the series of gates you passed through after leaving the main road?
Yeah, very well.
Well, by means of my electronic devices, I followed your progress every inch of the way.
Well, I'll be darned.
I watched your arrival at the main gate on this video screen. Ingenious, eh?
That's putting it mildly.
What did you say?
I say that's putting it mildly.
Yes. As I'm sure you noticed, this mountaintop is completely encircled by a 12-foot electrified fence. Between it and the inner fence is a maze of photoelectric cells. This panel controls floodlight with which I can cover every inch of ground between the two fences. These viewers are geared to the floodlights. All of this equipment is automatically activated on contact. In short, Mr. Dollar, I can detect and follow any person or thing which moves through or between these two fences.
Anyone who knows electricity could cut your fences and come right on up the road.
I did not say this mountaintop was impregnable. I said no one could reach it without my knowledge.
Why did you take out such limited insurance on your diamonds, Mr. Billings?
I've made my money by leaving nothing, absolutely nothing, to chance. Now that man has projected objects into outer space, it is reasonable to assume that other planets may be ahead of us in technical endeavors. Diamonds would be of tremendous value to an unknown civilization.
Well, look, how do I know this is not just an elaborate scheme to collect $2 million?
A fair question, Mr. Dollar.
What would prevent you from hiding those diamonds somewhere on this mountain?
I should consider that question an affront to my integrity, but under the circumstances, I do not. I simply defy you to find them.
Then what's your explanation of their disappearance?
I have none. And unless you find one, I intend to collect from your company under the terms of the policy.
Mr. Major mentioned the chief of police in Lakeview. Do you mind if I talk to him?
Andy Prentice? Not at all. I have a direct phone to his office and he's home. Would you care to talk to him now?
No, thanks. But I would like to use your car.
By all means. I'll open the gates for you on your way down. Just one point. There must be no publicity on this matter. Understood?
Mr. Billings, if I can't prove that your diamonds were taken by a person, those space cats are going to get a lot of publicity.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Diamond Dilemma Matter.
While I drove down the mountain with gates electronically opening and closing behind me, I did some thinking. Billings had bought and paid for his privacy at tremendous cost. I couldn't see any loopholes in the setup. Yet, the diamonds had disappeared. 45 minutes later, I pulled up in front of the police station in Lakeview. Obviously, I was expected by the chief of police, Andy Prentice.
Hello, Mr. Dollar. My name's Prentice. Mind if I join you?
No, hop in.
Just cruise down by the lake. I'm sure you want this to be a private conversation, too.
Good idea.
Well, what's your opinion on the diamonds?
Well, I don't know who took them, but I'll tell you one thing. I don't believe it was some thing or somebody from outer space.
Well, how would you get through all those electrified fences, photoelectric cells, floodlights, and closed-circuit viewers?
Yeah. Well, what's your opinion?
I'm as practical and logical as the next fella. If a human being couldn't get to Mr. Billings without his knowledge, and he'd call me the moment somebody tried, well...
Oh, sure. Spaceman.
Well, what else?
I noticed one thing, Chief. He's a little hard of hearing and doesn't wear a hearing aid.
He doesn't need one. Just turns up the volume on all that electronic stuff he has around him.
Well, suppose someone parachuted onto the top of that mountain.
How would he get out?
Man could dig under those fences.
That would leave evidence, and I've been over every inch of the ground. I've even thought of the expert pole vaulter idea. No sign. Nothing makes any sense.
Yeah, I see what you mean. How about a ride in Billings' private plane? I'd like to take a look at that mountain from the air.
I don't know what good it'll do you, but I'll go along.
Well, maybe there are spacemen. But I still don't believe it.
We're coming to it now. See the road winding up? And there's the lodge.
Yeah.
I asked the pilot to circle around the top as close as the air pockets will permit.
Good. Chief, have the pilot drop down just below the top and steer a course between the two fences all the way around.
Whatever you say. Oh, pilot!
For the next few minutes, I studied the top of that mountain from all possible angles. The road leading up to it, the terraces, the lodge itself. Suddenly, an idea hit me. And a few minutes later, I left a somewhat puzzled chief of police at the landing dock on Clear Lake. An hour later, I was explaining who I was and what I wanted to do to a somewhat incredulous captain of police at San Francisco's International Airport. I finally convinced him I wasn't out of my mind, and he reluctantly agreed to cooperate. Then, about dusk, I found myself exactly where I wanted to be, on top of Billings Mountain, calmly walking toward the lodge. Good evening, Mr. Billings.
What?
I said good evening, sir.
Mr. Dollar. Why, I don't understand.
See? No spacesuit.
Why, I can't believe it. How did you do it? How did you get here?
The same way as the man who stole your diamonds.
But this is impossible. Impossible. My electric system gave me no warning.
That's because you have it located in the wrong place.
What?
It's in the two fences and between them halfway down the mountain. Above them, there is one level spot 50 yards across that isn't covered by your automatic whistles and bells.
But it isn't it's not necessary.
Wrong. It's just big enough for a helicopter, which is waiting for me out there right now.
A helicopter?
You didn't see us because we came in and landed below your line of sight. You didn't hear us because you don't wear a hearing aid.
I can't believe it. But you must be right.
And you'll have to agree that your diamonds were not stolen by persons or things unknown on this earth. The terms of the policy.
Of course, I disallow all claim, but
Good. Now, it's none of my business, Mr. Billings, but was your San Francisco manager, Norton Shields, a pilot during the time he was in Korea?
Why, yes, he flew rescue missions in a helicopter.
Yeah. The company that insured your diamonds against ordinary theft might be interested to learn that. Good night, Mr. Billings.
Yes. Good night, Mr. Dollar.
You know, in some ways, I felt sorry for him. He'd spent millions of dollars to insure his diamonds and his privacy. Came a real showdown, and it turned out he had neither. Oh, he'll get his diamonds back, sure, and probably buy some more. But privacy, with or without money, is a pretty hard thing to come by. At least in this man's world. Expense account total, including incidentals and transportation back to Hartford, $284.30. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment. Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a moth, a tiny moth, solves a case involving our national security. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Today's story was written by Alan Botzer. Heard in our cast were Edwin Jerome, Paul Dubois, Frank Gerstle, Junius Matthews, and Marvin Miller. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cubberly speaking.
This is the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
Johnny Dollar.
Johnny, this is Pat McCracken at Universal Adjustment Bureau.
Well, hiya, Pat. How you doing this bright and sunny afternoon? Pat?
Alvin Peabody Cartwright.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
He's called you.
Yeah, he called
He has a problem.
Well, hasn't he always?
Big emergency.
That's right.
Which means that you have a problem.
Oh, no. We haven't, Johnny. You have.
Oh, well, now, Pat, let's talk about this, huh?
Why does the company pass all his frantic, fantastic problems on to us?
So that you can pass them on to me?
Yeah?
Sure, so that I can collect all those fancy fees and commissions. Have an excuse to pad out the little old expense account.
Now, Johnny.
After all, when you're serving a client as important as he is, why, hang the expense.
Oh, then you finally admit it.
Huh?
It's only because of the dough you collect that you put up with that wild, wacky old coot.
No, wait, that isn't true.
Oh, it isn't, huh?
Well, I freely admit I've made a lot of money handling his problems over the years, a real sackful.
Yeah?
But more important, I've grown to like Alvin P. And and I feel kind of sorry for him and all the messes he gets himself into.
Uh-huh.
So, if he's having trouble again, if I can give him a hand...
The heck with the expense account.
Right.
Good. That'll save the company a lot of money.
No, wait a minute. I didn't mean that.
Oh, well, I wish you did. Cartwright's cost us plenty. More than any other client of any other company we act for.
Would you rather he took his insurance somewhere else?
Right.
Maybe I can arrange it.
No. Wait a minute. I didn't mean that. Now, listen, Johnny.
Okay, I'm listening.
Drive on up to Lakewood and see him, will you? Right away?
He particularly asked for me?
You know he did. He always does. So will you do it?
Yeah, sure, Pat. Only what's his problem this time?
Johnny, I don't know.
Huh? But you said he called you.
That's right.
And he didn't tell you?
Sure he did.
Well?
Well, he told me one thing, told the insurance company something else. Heaven only knows what he'll tell you. Is there anything unusual about that?
Nope, not a thing.
So go ahead, Johnny. Go over and see him. Get him off my neck.
Patrick, that I will.
CBS Radio brings you Bob Bailey in the intriguing adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Are you smoking more now, but enjoying it less? Have a real cigarette, have a Camel. The best tobacco makes the very best smoke. Have a real cigarette, have a Camel. Are you looking for flavor and mildness? Have a real cigarette, have a Camel. The best tobacco makes the very best smoke. Have a real cigarette, a real cigarette, a real cigarette, have a Camel.
If you're smoking more today, but enjoying it less, try Camels. The Camel blend of costly Turkish and domestic tobaccos has never been equal for rich flavor, easygoing mildness, real smoking satisfaction every time you light up. The best tobacco makes the best smoke.
Have a real cigarette, a real cigarette, a real cigarette, have a Camel.
And now Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Universal Adjustment Bureau, Home Office, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the merry-go-round matter. Doing a job for Alvin Peabody Cartwright was like riding a merry-go-round, a shoot-the-chutes, a roller coaster, and a razzle-dazzle all in one. Anyhow, expense account item one, $4 for a tank full of gas, and hoping the snowplows had cleared off the highway, I headed north to Lakewood. In my humble estimation, Lakewood is one of the prettiest little towns in all of New England, especially in the wintertime. The Cartwright place where the old man lives by himself is on top of a low hill beside the lake. 3 or 4 acres, I'd say, with plenty of elms and towering oak trees guarding the sprawling old mansion. And now, at dusk, with a soft blanket of snow on everything, a group of skaters gliding gracefully over the frozen lake, and a horse-drawn sleigh loaded with happy kids circling around the edge of the lake. Well, it was mighty nice. Peaceful, too. Yeah, it was good being out here in the country again, breathing deep of the crisp, cold air. I felt real good. And I hoped the problem at hand would be no more serious than most of those that were handed to me by Mr. Cartwright. Hiya.
Well, don't just stand there letting in the cold. Don't you know it costs a lot of money to heat a place like this?
Yeah, I'll bet it does. Well, how are you?
And did you stomp the snow off your feet?
Yeah, I think I
Don't
did.
want you tracking up the house. Now, what can I do for you, Mr. What?
What?
Huh? Why, it's Johnny Dollar. Oh, and I know it's a little late, but Merry Christmas, Johnny. Merry Christmas to you.
Well, thanks, Mr. Cartwright. The same to you.
I knew you wouldn't let me down, boy. Just throw your things here in the hall rack, will you?
Yeah.
Yes, sir, I knew you'd come. And so I saved it for you. Right in here, Johnny.
Yeah, save what, sir?
Saved what? Saved what? Why, your Christmas present, of course.
You mean to say that's why you
Here you are, Johnny.
Oh, well, now, listen.
Go ahead. Open it up and see if you like it.
Oh, okay, but now you shouldn't... Holy smoke.
Well, do you?
These are diamonds on this
Of
thing?
course they are. Why do you think it is? A piece of junk?
Oh, hell, no, this is too much, Mr.
I don't
Cartwright.
see why, Johnny. Everybody should carry his money in a bill clip. Everybody. Just think how it will impress the folks.
But a bill clip studded with genuine diamonds.
Well, do you like it?
Well, sure. Well, I don't know how to thank you,
You
sir.
don't need to, boy. You don't need to. If you like it, that's all that counts. So, Merry Christmas. Use it in good health. And before you go, yes, let me wish you a Happy New Year, too. Belatedly.
Yeah, well, thanks. You mean this is the only reason you call me up here?
Oh, of course not, Johnny. Can't you see I'm in trouble? Terrible problem. Terrible.
Better tell me all about it, then.
Come, Johnny, and I'll show you. And I hope to heaven you can help me with this.
Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Welcome, recording star Mel Torme.
It's terrible trying to sing with a bad cold. So I always take 4-way cold tablets to relieve cold miseries fast.
Good idea. Tests of all the leading cold tablets proved 4-way fastest acting. 4-way starts in minutes to relieve muscular pains, headache, reduce fever, calm upset stomach, also overcomes irregularity.
When you catch cold, try my way. Take 4-way cold tablets. The fast way to relieve cold distress and feel better quickly.
4-way, only 29 cents.
Now, here's a word about another fine product of Grove Laboratories. Had dandruff for years? Now get rid of it in 3 minutes with Fitch Dandruff Remover Shampoo. 3 minutes with Fitch regularly is guaranteed to keep unsightly dandruff away forever. Apply Fitch before wetting hair. Rub in 1 minute. Add water, lather 1 minute. Then rinse 1 minute. Every trace of dandruff goes down the drain. 3 minutes with Fitch. Embarrassing dandruff's gone. Fitch can also leave hair up to 35% brighter. Get Fitch Dandruff Remover Shampoo today. And now, Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the merry-go-round matter.
Better tell me what it's all about, Mr. Cartwright.
What it's all about? My nice new art gallery. What else? Now, come along.
You have an art gallery now?
Johnny, ever since I went over to Paris last summer and saw that Louvre place with all those pretty things in it, I decided I'd better have an art gallery, too. Maybe not as big, but with everything just as good.
Well, the Louvre has some pretty valuable things.
And by spending a bit of money, I have some things that even the Louvre couldn't get. Here, I'll turn on the light. Now then, how do you like it?
Wow. The gallery was 50 or 60 feet long, maybe 30 feet wide, with a high vaulted ceiling, a floor of solid marble. The tall, narrow windows were all of beautiful stained glass. Around the walls were some of the finest paintings I've ever seen.
That's a Romney, Johnny. A genuine Romney. And you see this Matisse over here? And how about this Van Gogh?
There were statues and various other sculptures, beautiful tapestries, valuable urns and vases, rare pieces of jewelry, and, well, just about everything you could think of. Cartwright must have poured millions into this place, and all within the space of only a few months.
Isn't it nice, Johnny?
Unbelievable.
And when I get tired of it, it's showing it off to people. Then I'll give all these pretty things to that big museum over in Hartford. I think they'll like them, too. Don't you?
Oh, sure. But I can see your problem, all right.
Problem? What problem?
The reason you asked for me to come here.
Well, of course I did.
Because of the possibility of theft.
Theft? It was robbery. And, Johnny, you've got to solve it for me.
You mean it's already happened?
Of course it has. Why do you think I sent for you?
What's been taken?
One of the most valuable things in my whole collection. A sacred painting, a holy picture. Only it was more than just a picture. It was an icon, Johnny. It was encrusted with emeralds and rubies.
How big was it, Mr. Cartwright?
It was 9 inches high and about 4 inches wide. Very heavy. It was hanging on the wall under that light, right there. Johnny, it was worth over $90,000.
A thing as valuable as that hanging right out in the open?
So that people could see it?
Yeah, and small enough to be hidden away under an overcoat.
Yes, that's why. Yes, I hadn't thought of that.
Oh, I'm afraid you had it coming, Mr. Cartwright. You're lucky that Moore isn't missing.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean you alone in this place with all these valuable objects of art.
Yeah, but
and letting
John,
all sorts of people in to see them.
Well, pretty things like these have to be seen to be appreciated.
Well, did you ever screen any of the people you let in here?
You think for 1 minute the kind of people who would come to admire these nice things would ever steal anything?
Somebody did.
Oh, yes, it did. Yes, I guess you're right, but you were wrong about my being in here alone when it happened.
What do you mean?
Every day, Johnny, during the hours people were allowed to come in and look at my things, I had a guard on duty all the time.
Oh, a registered peace officer?
Well, no, he just happened to be the first man who answered my ad.
Oh, great. Where is he now?
Well, after this happened yesterday, I suppose it was unkind of me, but I let him go. I telephoned him this morning, told him not to bother coming back, and I sent him a check for $200. Just severance pay.
In other words, you paid him for robbing you. You know where he lives? Anything about him?
Yes, you know, I have his address in town.
Okay, then you better give it to me.
And he wasn't the only precaution I took, sir. You see, I never let more than one person come here into the gallery at a time. And I always stayed with him. Always.
So?
Well, it was getting late. The guard was about to leave. But there was a knock on the door. And so I answered it.
Uh-huh.
And who do you think was there?
I'll bite. Who?
A sweet little old man. He was all dressed in rags.
Oh.
He said he'd heard about the icon and he'd like to see it.
Yeah.
So I showed him in here.
And did you stay with him?
Well, no, because just then there was another knock on the door. And who do you suppose it was?
Okay, who this time?
Johnny, it was Jonathan.
Jonathan?
Yes, Jonathan Peebles.
Oh, yeah.
My oldest and dearest friend. He lives down in New York.
Oh, yes, I remember him now.
Yes, he's the oldest, most loyal friend I have.
Yeah, sure. He was the one who gave me a hand that time we all thought you were lost at sea. A bit of an eccentric, though.
Aren't we all?
Well...
Yes, well, anyhow, it was Jonathan. And, of course, he gave me the usual lecture.
Lecture?
Oh, you know, the sort of thing that you would.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
You know, about it being wrong for me to have all these valuable things here in my home and being alone at night and maybe somebody might break in, try to kill me and get at them and, that sort of nonsense.
Nonsense, huh? Now, you listen to me, Mr. Cartwright.
Anyhow, as we were about to come in here to the gallery, I saw that the old man was leaving. So naturally, I stayed out there at the front door to say goodbye to him. And to have the guard look him over, kind of, and pat his clothes and so forth. But then, Johnny, Johnny, that poor old man.
What happened?
He tripped over the door sill and had a terrible fall. Well, the guard helped him up and made sure he wasn't badly hurt. And, well, I just gave him a few dollars just in case. And I had the guard drive him back to town.
Uh-huh. And then you found the icon was gone.
It was Jonathan who came out and asked me what I'd done with it. And, Johnny, when I looked and it wasn't there, and I was so upset, well, the first thing this morning, I put in that call for you.
Well, that's probably too late to do any good, but give me the address of that guard you had on here and tell me what he and the old man look like.
Yeah, right. Well, the guard's name is Gummy.
Is what?
Well, that's right. It's Gummy O'Banion.
Gummy O'Banion? What's the matter with you, anyhow? Don't you remember? Gummy O'Banion was mixed up in more rackets down in New York in the old days.
Of course I remember
Then why under the sun
he
would you...
assured me that he's through with all that he's gone straight and he's retired.
And he's the one you picked for a guard? Oh, brother.
Surely you don't think that Gummy...
No. You want to bet? You know something? I'm glad that Mr. Cartwright didn't want to bet. As I said before, any case where he's involved, well, you can bank on just one thing. The solution isn't going to come from any logical process of deduction or series of sensible clues. It's going to come from way out in left field. And believe me, that's exactly what happened on this one.
Constipation is something people don't talk much about, but it can be a problem for anyone, even doctors. And when constipation occurs, it's interesting to see just what doctors consider important about a laxative they might use or recommend. Now, a majority of the doctors we heard from had this to say. A laxative should be effective, gentle, as close to natural acting as possible, and a medicine that can be used with complete confidence. Well, pleasant-tasting chocolated X-Lax is effective. Overnight, it helps you toward your normal regularity. X-Lax is gentle. Next morning, it gives you the closest thing to natural action. And that's why many doctors and millions of people use X-Lax with complete confidence. X-Lax, the laxative that helps you toward your normal regularity gently, overnight.
Is X-Lax in your medicine cabinet?
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
The address of Gummy O'Banion turned out to be little more than a shack at the south end of town. But there was a light inside, so I parked well on down the street, then pulled a peeping Tom act at the window the light was coming from. The window was slightly ajar. Inside, sitting at a bare wooden table, guzzling beer, were O'Banion and a ragged-looking little old man. On the table between them was a stack of bills. Not only 10s and 20s, but I spotted several 50s among them as they poured them over.
I didn't know they could pick up easy money like this. I would have went legit long before I did.
Yeah, Gummy?
And you know what?
What, Gummy?
Old Cartwright says he's sending me 200 severance, too. What do you think of that, Doc?
200?
That's right. So, with that and all this dough the other guy gives us for that act we pulled at the front door...
Other guy?
Why, Doc, you and me won't have to work for months.
That's pretty good, huh, Gummy?
Yeah, Doc, that's pretty good.
Well, then open me up another bottle of that beer, huh?
Sure. There. But, Doc, I still don't get it. Why that other guy wanted us to make all that fuss for him there at the front door. You falling down and me helping you up and all.
A diversion, they call it, whatever that means.
Diversion.
Diversion?
Yeah, and what'd you say his name is, the one that give us the dough, huh?
Oh, crazy kind of name. Reminds me of a church like Steeple, only it wasn't.
I didn't wait to hear that name. I didn't need to. Because things had suddenly begun to add up the wrong way. Instead of disturbing the two lucky gentlemen, I got back into my car and drove hard. And I didn't stop until I got all the way down to New York, to a fancy apartment building on East 52nd Street. It was well after midnight, and the uniformed doorman was half asleep and a little grumpy about it all.
Look, what do you think I am, your brother's keeper or whatever it is they say? And that crazy old man...
And you have no idea at all where he might be, huh?
Your name ain't Dollar, is it?
What'd you say?
I asked, is your name Dollar's all?
Yeah, that's right, Johnny Dollar. Why?
Well, why don't you say so? Here, old Coot left this note for you.
He what?
Here you are.
Dear Johnny, I have tried all day to reach you by phone.
But with no success. Knowing you, I'm sure that sooner or later you will come to look for me here at my apartment. I can only ask your indulgence.
My indulgence?
And beg that when you return to Alvin Cartwright's home, you speak with me before you talk further with him.
What?
The icon, incidentally, is safely ensconced in the bottom of one of the large Roman urns there in the gallery.
Sincerely, Jonathan W. Peoples. But now, will somebody please tell me?
Huh? What's the matter, mister?
Here's a 5-spot for your trouble.
Well, thanks, Johnny. You're okay.
So I drove on back to Lakewood, to Cartwright's home, after a quick stop for some breakfast along the way. Not only was there no guard at the front door, but the door was unlocked. And I wondered, had Jonathan Peoples deliberately left it that way for me? Anyhow, I sneaked inside, and there, sure enough, in the breakfast room, their backs toward me, were the two wild old characters. Or maybe just one such, and his really good friend.
Oh, you listen to me.
Oh, fool, huh?
That's right, I'm convinced of it.
Oh, you are.
Unless you'll solemnly promise me two things.
Promise? Promise? What are you talking about?
That you'll immediately, mind you, that you'll turn this whole collection over to a museum, the way you plan to do sooner or later anyway.
But, Jonathan, I haven't got tired of it yet.
No? Well, by the time you do, somebody will come here and bash in that silly head of yours. Or at least come here and steal some of those things.
Oh, with me around there? I'd just like to see anybody try to...
Yes, that's right, the icon.
Oh, it was such a lovely thing, too.
And you'd like it back, wouldn't you?
Are you crazy? Of course I'd like it back.
Well, you'd also have to promise to have some honest, legitimate guards around here now, immediately, 24 hours a day. You and your ex-gangster.
Yes, I guess I was wrong about him.
Of course you were. He might have killed you. Unless you make those promises, Alvin, somebody will, you stupid, incompetent old...
Don't you talk like that.
But it's true, isn't it?
Of course it is. Oh, dear, of course it is. This whole thing was silly right from the beginning, and And losing that beautiful icon, it just...
Would you,
upset me
like
so.
it back?
Yeah, I'd do anything to have it back.
Anything?
Yes, anything. You can hear, can't you?
I can give it to you, Alvin.
No, I don't care what you can do. All I care about is that... You?
That's right. I have it. I'll be glad to give it to you.
Jonathan. Jonathan
If you keep your word.
You're a crook. That's what you are.
I am not a crook.
But if you have the icon, it's because you stole it.
I did not.
You're a thief. That's what you are, a thief.
I am not.
There's only one way you could have gotten it.
No.
By stealing.
No, you silly old fool. Don't you see?
Don't I see what?
All I did was to hide it away from you in the hopes of knocking some sense into that thick skull of yours. Well, has it? Has it made you realize that you have no business keeping a valuable thing like that around here?
All right, Jonathan. I'll admit you did the right thing. You brought me to my senses. But now, give it to me. Oh, come on, give it to me.
Only on condition you make those promises to me.
Didn't I say I would?
Then do so.
I do.
Cross your heart?
Yes, I cross my heart and I hope to die. But there, now. Now, give me back the icon.
Well, I said I would, didn't I?
Well, then do so.
Well, I will.
Well, now.
All right.
And if you think for a minute that was the end of it, you're wrong. Those two wild old men sat there for the better part of an hour, squabbling, shaking their fists at each other, and a half dozen times they almost came to blows. But finally they ran out of breath, put their arms around each other, shed some tears of repentance, and then, as they've done so many times before, quietly, solemnly swore undying friendship for each other. What a pair. The expense account? Why bother? After all, by now, Alvin Peabody Cartwright has probably forgotten he even sent for me. So, yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now our star has a few words for you about the case he'll investigate on next week's program.
It's called the Sidewinder Matter, and the whole thing happens out in the middle of the Great Mojave Desert. Believe me, it doesn't take long for me to realize the desert can be a mighty dangerous place. So join us, won't you? Right here on the station that brings you all the best in radio. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our story were Lawrence Dobkin, Howard McNear, Frank Gerstle, Will Wright, Forrest Lewis, and Joseph Kearns. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is John Wall speaking.
A terrorized model races for the end of the road. Shocking drama of suspense next on the CBS Radio Network.
Better buys are your reward at Orange Motors for a Ford. Get your orange guarantee from the largest dealer in Albany, in the heart of Auto Row. Orange is the place to go. Orange Motors has the Fords, it's true, plus 44 years of experience too. Orange Motors, if you're wise, for better service, better buys.
Want a new Ford right now? Come to Orange Motors and choose from a large selection of new 1960 Fords. Orange has new Fords and new Falcons, lots of them. For a better deal, buy Ford. Buy at Orange Motors, 799 Central Avenue, Albany. Want a new Ford right now? Go to Orange Motors right now.
Better Ford buys, used or new, at 799 Central Avenue. Orange Motors, if you're wise, for better service, better buys.
Radio 59, WROW, first on the dial, serving Albany, Troy, and Schenectady.